On the last episode, we finally regrouped with Sylnan, Mountain, and Br'aad, and introduced them to Onda.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Ander.
Okay.
Nice to meet you too, Zonder. My name is Br'aad.
Onda told us about the Barren, and where we needed to go.
It seems to be originating from some broken down ruins somewhere off in the forests of Viecta.
But before that, Mountain had some business to take care of.
Mountain walks out with a dog in hand. You guys see.
Boys, this is Jack.
With a +1 to our party, we followed Onda to a shortcut, and it was then I came face to face with someone I never thought I'd see again. But we're just gonna have to roll with it.
Where we last left off, our adventurers here, we had just exited the cathedral, the temple in Vexen, getting ready to head out on your adventure towards the Barren, the area that's been plagued with curses and undead. You were accompanying Onder, Velrissa's uncle, who is a very well-known grave cleric. You were on your way when he mentioned that he knew of a shortcut. He knew people who knew a shortcut to the way there. And as you guys rounded the back of the temple, you were met face to face with Olgart and Oriana, standing underneath a great oak tree. And that is where we're going to pick right back up. As you approach, Olgart looks to be about the same. Same what he was wearing before, the same bear pelts, same scars. He doesn't look any way different than the last time you saw him. However, Oriana,
She's pregnant.
no.
The difference is
She's
You said it.
She's wearing a different outfit.
Olgart uses protection, I see. Okay.
You notice when you approach, she's wearing a white gown that has golden adornments. The edges of the sleeves and down the collar of it has a yellow, gold-like color, not actual gold, but just the same color, printed into the fabric. Along her neck is a large pendant as well.
It says I'm pregnant.
It does not. It has some sort of holy symbol on it that none of you are really familiar with.
Didn't she say something at the end of the last episode too? When we showed up?
I think
Taxi
we
said something.
Taxi said oof.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taxi said
Or-
oof.
yeah, Taxi said oof.
I swear Oriana was like, fancy seeing you here or something.
Did she?
No, I don't
I
think
don't,
so.
whatever. All right, we're going straight
Anyway,
into it,
this is
dude.
where we pick
Yeah,
back
knowing
up.
smirk or some shit. Yeah.
Now, do we all see them there?
Yes, you are approaching. You're walking on a path to your left and right is garden. There are circles of flowers, small hedges, and you're walking straight down where the path circles around a very large oak tree, probably about 15 feet just in width of the tree. It's a very, very large, sturdy old tree.
All right. I'm going to take notice and just raise my hand up and yell out, Olgart!
I thought it was you when I heard about it. It's been quite some time.
It has. I'll go up.
He walks up. He gives you a very large, full-fisted bro hug right across the back. Pats you on the back as well, and as he steps back and looks at the rest of the party as well.
How have you guys been? How's the travel here?
I've
Well,
heard the roads have
Sylnan
been a
died,
bit more dangerous.
Everything has been good besides that.
Well, he's standing right there.
It.
What do you mean?
Long story. Long story.
Yeah, no, I was dead.
Well, at least you're back in the land of the living, right?
Wait, what did you mean when you heard about it? What was it?
The wharf.
Oh.
It's gotten
yeah.
worse and worse.
We've done so many.
Wait, so you just assumed it was us?
Oh, I knew it was you.
I mean, we
Oh.
might have had something to do with it. But
Yeah, right.
enough
right.
about us. How the hell have you been?
Oh, just fine. We've been looking around Vexen, traveling a bit.
It's been an interesting road. Odd jobs here and there, but nothing crazy just yet.
Yeah, nothing too crazy for us either.
I can see right through your bullshit.
You always could.
Oriana
Listen.
approaches as well, and just kind of stands next to Olgar. Doesn't really say anything, but just accompanies him up to you guys.
We're heading to where are we heading?
The Barren. I've already heard about it. That's what we're here for, in fact.
Well, shit, all right.
And I step forward. Are you accompanying us?
Yay and nay. We're heading towards the same area, but we're not going to be accompanying you once we go through.
And what business do you have out there?
There's another city kind of close by. It's called known as Rock Meadow. It's an esteemed dwarven hold, known well for combat, and there is a large arena there. They're holding a competition soon. The worthiest fighters get very big prizes. And since he looks over at Oriana and kind of pats a hand across her arm and goes, since we're a little low on coin, I thought I might as well try my hand at combat once more. It's been quite some time since I've had a competition.
How big are
Sounds up
these
your alley.
prizes?
First place is 5,000 gold.
5,000.
Aye.
And all you have to do is kill shit.
Not kill, lad, no, fight. It's an arena, but the ones who are killed are the ones deemed unnecessary to live. Most of it is very sportsmanlike combat.
So no killing.
Not unless you're told to. Unless you want to die yourself.
I mean, another time. Okay.
Sounds like Mountain.
Anyway, we
After
just...
a minute,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
After a minute of not walking forward, just kind of standing with his staff, just frozen for a minute, Taxi will slowly walk towards Oriana and stand in front of her, and then quickly just with one arm just wrap around her neck and pull in for a hug.
She returns the hug.
And then quietly
Joker out.
he says,
No more screams, only dreams.
Sorry, I'm gonna just.
quietly he says, Oriana, I guess we cannot be anything but drawn to each other. It's good to see you're still alive.
She pats you on the back with one of her hands, and it hasn't been that long, but you already look stronger, Green.
It's... Backs away for a second. From what we've been through, it's felt like a long time.
I can only imagine what kind of trouble you've been getting yourself into.
Quite a bit. But this is no place to talk
You
about.
never change, do you?
Hopefully a little bit. For the best.
Olgar kind of looks across the party. Yeah, anyway. I was told here by Ander that, his niece and some of her companions are going to be coming in to help solve the issues with the Barren. And in my back of my mind, I immediately knew it'd be you folks. Since whenever there's trouble, you guys seem to wander right in, huh?
Yep, but it's not
that's
usually
us.
gone by the time we leave, just sometimes a little bit worse. I mean, everything will be alright. We'll do good.
What does that mean?
I have...
Wait, have we ever left anything better than it used to be? This
There's
is a
a
legitimate
first
question.
time.
Yeah,
There's a
the
first
altar,
time for everything.
Fucking Brendan's cult?
No, yeah.
We
true.
walked into
definitely-
a town,
that's true.
burned it down, and then walked away.
That's different. I'm talking about that one. That was something different. You guys also fucking caused public
That was the
executions in
beginning
war.
of the arc. We started it like this.
Yes.
Is it really that out of character for me to say that?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not in the slightest.
No, yeah, we're pretty.
Vel and I heard about this issue back in the wharf,
Ah.
and the two of us have been thinking about it ever since.
I heard a little bit about it as
It's
well.
just-
It's been stories, mostly, throughout all of Viecta.
We decided this wasn't an issue that we could just let go.
Yeah, I kind of got roped into it a little bit. But...
Onder kind of steps forward as well and kind of, not like rudely, but he kind of just like brushes you guys away as he steps through.
Anyway,
Where's Jack?
Hmm?
Sorry, where's Jack at?
Probably
Mountain's dog.
with
Is he
with
with
Mountain.
us
Yeah.
Yeah, with
He's
Mountain.
By Mountainside.
Yeah.
Forgot. Sorry, I had to. I was
So,
like, wait a second, we
He's
got
in
a dog
fucking-
with us.
He's in fucking Dogtown.
And
dude.
Hilltree's going to be just standing next to Sylnan as well.
Okay.
Hilltree's riding Jack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not yet. We'll
Um,
get there. We'll get there.
I can't confirm or deny this is happening.
So, Onder,
Sorry.
where's this shortcut you were talking about?
ah, it's actually right in front of you here.
And he just waves his hand
wall?
towards the large oak tree. And as he does, you the two little girls that you remembered when you first approached, they walk around the sides of the tree.
I start to climb it.
Br'aad,
Would Taxi have any?
I don't think
like,
that's what he meant.
No, he said it's right.
No, it's not up there, lad. No.
That's fine. I was picking this apple. Is it an apple tree?
It is not. It's an oak tree.
Oh.
What apple?
I ate it, idiot. I climbed back down.
Anyway, these two lovely girls are gonna be our saving grace to get there.
Okay.
What
Are
does
they
that
just gonna
mean?
show us the way, or?
Yeah, everybody stand back. Come over here with me.
Does Taxi know like the capabilities of what like a druid could do, even though he can't do them yet, or is it something he?
Probably not yet, I wouldn't say, just because you're you probably didn't really know any very esteemed druids. So you would not have met anybody who was able to until now. Because what happens before everyone's very eyes? The two little girls, probably about 8 or 9, as I said before, long blonde hair, wearing simple gowns. They walk up to the very center of the trunk of the tree, and as they touch their hands against it, you can see this radiant yellow energy begin to come off their fingertips and move up the veins of the stump where the bark goes inwards. And as they pull their hands back, it's almost like they're ripping open just a sheet as a large portal-like door opens within the tree
Someone's
trunk.
kind of. Oh,
And as it does,
I was just gonna say someone's kind of
Hmm?
taken aback by what's happening because he's never seen
was
anything
gonna-
like this.
it's a dark yellow outline to this almost diamond-shaped door. And as it does, this bright white energy fires off. And as you look into it, it's almost blinding. So you have to almost avert your eyes, just looking away.
I'm gonna
as the portal
whisper over to
opens.
Mountain. What is up with this city and creepy magical kids? I
don't know.
I don't
And
like
I don't
it.
like it. Let's just get out of here.
What is?
What does that mean? what?
That's a
are
hint.
you
That's a
trying to
hint.
say?
I don't like that.
Onder begins stepping forward, and he has to very much hunch down his figure as he puts one gauntlet through and starts to reach himself through the portal, traversing the white light. Wink, wink.
I follow closely.
Okay, wait. So,
So, do we have to
I
go in
Wait, is
that?
this like I don't understand. Is it a metaphor? I'm gonna dive in. I
Okay.
think.
Br'aad runs
Jesus
forward
Christ.
and just swan dives.
I follow. I
Into
follow
the radiant
Onder.
energy.
Like I went right behind Onder.
Okay, does everybody else follow suit?
I'll stay behind for just a second.
Fuck! I wish I had flowers. Taxi's just gonna kneel down to the two
Mhm.
children, and that was amazing. Thank you very much. And then walk through. Bye.
How does
gonna
Mountain
just-
feel about fucking magic portals? I'm
Dislike.
wondering.
Big
Your
dislike.
dog is already starting to try to like slowly try to get out of the leash, like backing up a little bit away from it. Like you can hear
Jack,
the
come
nails
on, hey.
of his paws hitting like the brick of the pathway as he's like raking backwards a little bit.
It's all right. It's
okay,
just.
I look back at Mountain. I'm like, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just Jack is scared of the portal. He doesn't like. Come on, buddy. Hey, look. All right. It's
Just,
just,
Jack. What a
Make
silly
an-
dog.
Make an animal handling check.
okay. Ooh.
You know what? Actually, I think Taxi would have been like, "That was amazing. Thank you."
You probably would have been mildly astounded.
Instead
You would
of-
have been like you would have
Yeah,
like seeing
yeah.
some sort of druid craft like that would have been very impressive to you.
An 8 for animal handling.
8?
Yeah.
The dog is still very avid as to not go through the portal.
Okay. Do I have any food?
You
I
have
can do
rations.
that.
You should have rations.
Me too. That
I'm gonna
was
take
so
some, I'm
wild.
gonna take some rations and just like hold it above him,
Ooh.
And he's like, all right, you want this? What about this? Does he do anything? Does he...
He seemed interested in the dried meat, the jerky.
Yeah, you like this. Okay, look. You go through there, get some.
Toss it through.
I'm gonna toss it through.
He, do you let go of the leash? Or do you hold on to it?
No, I'm still holding on to it.
He goes running towards the portal, like,
Please
pulls.
get
Oh,
back.
no, wait.
And I go through with him.
Okay.
You both.
Okay, I let out a sigh and walk through.
And as Olgart and Oriana fall through as well, as soon as you guys step in, it almost feels like your entire body gets hit with this sort of like this very warm light. It's like walking out into a midsummer's day from a dark room, just as the light hits your body. It's blinding but very warming. And within a split
I'm burning!
second,
Sorry.
within a split second, you feel your feet touch the ground, except for you, Br'aad. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I feel my face.
And
touch
just
the
make an
ground.
acrobatics check. Make an acrobatics check.
Dude, I got fucking. That's a 2. Hang on. Plus, give it a second.
For acrobatics.
It's an 8.
Mathematics.
So 10.
It's an 8.
You don't fully stick the landing, but try to catch yourself a little bit and kind of just slide it against the ground on your back as you come through.
He lands in a pose like this.
Yes, I do. Well, at first I don't, but I like readjust as people are coming through. So
What
it
kind
looks
of
like I
pose?
did.
What
I'm
pose?
sorry, a pose like what?
Yeah, pose like what?
You know how
Like
they
the,
take the,
like
you know
the
how they
sexy
take the
Michael Jackson
dude,
Thriller
they take
pose.
The,
You know
they
what I'm
take
talking
the
about?
group photo, and there's always that one fucking goofer in the front who's got like this thing going on.
Well, like, okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't
no,
see
I
it on the
understand.
screen.
I
we're like-
understand. I understand.
You have a-
He's
you have a hand on your head and a
he's
hand on
lying
your
down.
hip.
He's lying down. One hand's on his head. One hand's on his hip.
Yeah,
And he's just owning it.
yeah, there you go. That's a good way.
For
That's a
sure.
good way to explain it. You slide a little bit onto the ground as everybody else steps through. It's very dark. Even though it was early morning when you step through, looking around, there are clouds of gray all across the entire sky that you can see. As you look behind you as you step through, the tree you've walked through is dead. The wood itself decayed to an almost grayish black color. All of the branches dead, some of them starting to sag and break off here and there. No leaves, no fruit bearing, just dead trees. And as you look around, you see nothing but dead life around you. The ground itself seems charred and burnt. It's just a dull brown with occasional black char marks across it. There's no grass, no wildlife, no leaves, just these dead trees all over this forest. And as you walk through, there's a very thick fog as well. You can only see approximately probably about 30 to 40 feet around you, and then the fog gets dense to the point where it's hard to make out anything else off in the distance.
Can I try to ascertain what I would need to do to bring the wildlife back to life?
Here,
Word, ascertain.
make a nature check.
Okay. 13.
13. To your knowledge, as far as you can tell, since a lot of this seems to have been dead for quite some time, there's no way to simply just use magic to immediately restore it. But you know, if you were to start planting possibly seeds here, or start to help somewhere at a certain point and help it grow from there, life would start taking its course and nature would naturally start to overgrow and retake where it's supposed to. But you assume right now, just judging especially from the unnatural fog and darkness of the area, although it's approximately midday still, you think that there's something that needs to be done first before the life can return here anyway. He steps forward and he pulls out his large, long sword. The body of it's a very wide, triangular sword. The top of it just immediately triangulates and it goes straight down, almost like a prism. And as he pulls it out, a radiant light starts to glow off it, and it helps sort of dissipate some of the nearby fog as he kind of waves it around and looks around the surrounding area.
Can I cast Eyes of the Grave?
Go for it. You close your eyes for a second, and when you open them back up, your eyes are glowing a bright, vibrant purple. The area around you, you no longer see your surrounding party members. You just see black and white. You see gray as far as the eye can see, and the trees themselves outlined in black. As you survey the area and just look around, you notice off to your left, approximately 40, 50 feet away, 3 glowing purple auras, and they're moving in this direction.
Okay, fuck that.
No, not you guys. Only
don't
only
see it. I
don't
Velrissa
see
saw
it.
that.
Oh,
Only
my bad,
Velrissa
my
did.
bad.
I get Anders'
Elser.
attention. Ander, I sense 3 creatures coming our way.
He raises his hand up slowly as he said it and goes, "You sense it too."
Yes,
Of course.
I do.
Wait, so what kind of creatures were we dealing with again? I wasn't.
These.
You sense it.
I look towards Sylnan and say,
Sure.
these are undead.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
So
what?
what can we
Wait, like,
expect? Sylnan kind of is.
Like-
I don't think
He's not so
I
bad.
think it's different.
I mean, you were
Yeah,
dead
but
and
I
now
don't
you're
know that.
undead.
I'm
Guys,
Br'aad.
be quiet.
Oh,
Gosh, as the auras begin moving towards you, and then your vision comes back to normal. Ander, kind of raising the sword as well, he starts pointing that direction and goes, "We've got company." And then he looks over his shoulder towards Olgar and Oriana and goes, "You should get out of here. Go ahead and move." He goes, he points to his back right and goes, "You start heading that way, and that's the closest road to town. Good luck on your travel." Oriana
Stay safe.
gives Taxi one last pat and says, "Stay safe out there." And then her and Olgart begin sprinting down the way to the back right.
you as well.
So what is everybody doing now that you know there are 3 entities rapidly moving towards you?
Mountain's confused.
Okay.
Velrissa, which direction?
I point towards my left.
Okay.
And I ready my weapon.
Okay.
Wait, what's happening?
As you begin readying and everybody's in the confusion, you start to see moving through the fog. You actually see about 30 now feet in front of you where the fog starts to move away, and you see 3 bodies, just humanoids, start walking towards you. And as they get closer, you notice the transparency of their body. There's a blue outline where their clothes, their necks, the body of their shape is, but you can see straight through them. And as they walk forward, their eyes pale white and their mouth permanently twisted in this gaping, almost fearful expression. They just slowly begin stepping towards the party. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Up first is Ander, because he rolled pretty damn high. Okay. Ander is going to cast, he points his hands over towards one of the creatures, and as he does, a spectral skeleton-like purple hand appears behind the creature and goes to grasp by the back of its neck. So it drives against the back of the neck, and you see like a cold, almost energy start going down the chest of the see-through creature, and then it just dissipates. Ander is then going to move up towards the creatures and ready for an attack towards them. Up next is Taxi and Velrissa.
Go, Vel.
So I stay put.
I'm just imagining the battle music we always use. It's got to be
I
hype.
stay
I
put.
can play some
and
battle music on
I
Spotify.
keep my distance,
Okay.
I'll do it.
and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at the same one that Anders attacked.
Okay.
That's a
Go ahead.
14 dex save.
14 dex save. That is a 20 not nat.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
do they take
that-
half damage on that or just nothing?
Yeah, no, it failed.
Okay. So yeah, as you tried to cast it, they just seem to easily pass through your attempt to spellbind them. Anything else you're doing, Velrissa?
No, that's gonna be it for now.
Okay. So then if Velrissa's turn, Taxi, what are you doing?
Taxi twirls his staff and taps it twice on the ground and casts Shillelagh.
Okay.
And then for his action, he will cast Fairy Fire
Okay.
on
So the 3 of them make dex saves.
all the undead.
Dude, this battle music makes me want to fucking punch a goddamn ghost, I'll tell you what.
Okay, so dex save. One of them got a 19. One of them got a 9, and one of them got a 5.
2 of them fail.
Okay, so 2 of them are now highlighted by
Yeah,
a
this
what
green-
color? Green energy. Okay.
Green color.
They're highlighted by green, and you guys have advantage on your attack rolls against them.
Okay, and then when I cast Shillelagh, I'll have like whatever. Is there any like alive plant life, or just stuff? Can I get roots to come out of the ground?
You would get some roots to grow from underneath the cracks, just enough to spiral around your weapon.
Yep. And then the staff probably glows or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool.
All right, well, that in Taxi's turn.
That's my turn.
All right, up next.
Oh,
Go ahead.
how far are they away? Sorry.
About 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Up next are the specters. as the three of them begin moving towards you. One of them, the one in the center, begins just walking forward as the two behind it just disappear. They seem to just fade into existence. You lose complete vision on their outlines.
Wait,
Even the
two that were outlined?
even the fairy fire
they-
outline. One of them.
So they're not
one,
invisible.
One of them wasn't outlined. One of them was. Even the one that was outlined, you no longer see that outline. But the one that steps forward is still one of the outlined ones. Even the outline itself disappears for now, at least. The one
Says
that's
it can't benefit from being invisible, so I'm scared.
it cannot be from being invisible. So that would give Taxi a little bit of knowledge there. He'd be confused as to why it fades. But the one that steps
At
forward.
first, he was confident. Now he's like, oh no.
First, I was afraid. I was petrified. The one steps forward, and as it does, the twisted mouth that's open, the neck twists a little bit towards the rest of the players, almost unnaturally, and it lets out this large, high-pitched wail that echoes through the dead forest. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Stop!
Including Hilltree,
Yes.
including the Gazer, and including your Mastiff.
Is it okay, question. Is it up against being charmed?
It is not against being charmed.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm guessing it's terrified.
15.
4.
11?
23.
11,
Yeah, mine's
23,
11.
11. All right.
Okay, wait, what's wisdom?
11,
for
15,
Sylnan?
23, 4.
20.
Okay.
And Hilltree definitely failed. That's all I'm gonna say.
What Hilltree get?
Hilltree got a 1.
Okay. What
Does
did
live clock have
get?
to roll? Oh, yeah.
Yes, Live Clock has to roll.
Yes.
So does Jack.
Yeah, Puppy got a 19.
19. Okay.
It's wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save.
6. He also
6.
failed.
So
These are bad rolls.
Live Clock, Br'aad, Hilltree, and Mountain. Because Sylnan, what did Sylnan get?
20.
20. All 4 of you are frightened for a minute.
That's 10
So-
whole turns.
Mountain, Sylnan, not Sylnan, Mountain, Br'aad, Live Clock. Who the fuck am I forgetting? There was somebody else. What the fuck? I'm
Jack?
retarded. Hilltree.
Jack gets
Hilltree.
it? Oh,
God.
okay.
Yeah,
Jack got a 19. Jack's good. Jack's good.
Jack is a courageous boy. And
Oh,
wait,
also, I forgot about this part.
Doesn't
Nate?
matter.
So
You
after
also die.
die, after the fear begins to wash over you,
Sylnan's dead.
you. So how old are the current 4 of you?
oh no. what?
Well, I used to be.
120?
120,
Hilltree's 11.
11.
Br'aad is 21. Live clock is, I guess, like a fucking 3 days.
Don't worry about Live Clock. Okay.
Okay.
So Br'aad, you said Broad's 21.
Yeah.
Br'aad, for a second, as it hits you, you feel the lower back of your spine start to hurt, and you start to feel yourself almost start to wither away, and then you come back to reality, and you get really confused for a second, but you feel like you've matured a bit. The same goes for everybody else. Go ahead and you have aged 20 years.
What?
Everybody?
Everybody. As you look over at Hilltree especially, Hilltree has grown quite a couple of inches, and he even has gray hairs now coming out of his nose off the top of his head.
What's my strength score?
Wait. So everybody,
live
like, even the ones
clock's
who
just
passed
fucking
it?
No.
dust.
The 4 that failed. The 4 that failed.
Okay, the 4
Only
that
the
failed.
4 that
Oh, the
failed.
4 that
Okay.
failed.
Yes.
That was like everyone.
The 4 that failed, aged 20 years.
I'm 140?
You're
I was such a
140
fool
now.
in my youth.
Br'aad is now 31.
Why is he?
He's older than all
I
of us.
made so many mistakes.
If he's 21, he would be 41, no?
I'm 41.
41, my bad.
Yeah,
41.
yeah,
Yeah, now I'm talking to
You're
31.
fucking
yeah.
old, bro.
40.
Dude, buy a fucking Lambo. Your midlife.
Dude,
Divorce your wife.
paid off
He's
your
still got
house
9
yet,
more
bro?
years.
How am I gonna pay off my mortgage?
A
Dude,
long
you
time.
have
You're
have
fine.
another like
you're still
you basically
like, you're
aged
basically
up
an
2
adult.
years indoor years.
And then,
that's how.
Okay.
after that, it will be Broad's turn.
The younger generation is ruining this country. and then I'm gonna fire just 2 eldritch blasts at the one that I see in front of me. It's a ghost, right? Like it looks like a ghost kind of.
Yes, it looks like a ghost. And there's only one that's visible right now. It's the one that just did that. Oh, wait, Br'aad, you're frightened, correct?
You're frightened.
Oh yeah, I'm spooked. I try to run away. Then I go, oh I have shingles, and then I can't run anymore. And then I fire behind me to Eldritch Blast, so I'm not looking at him.
If you don't look,
Oh
you're showing disadvantage on the attack roll.
I
You're not
know, I'm
looking
a
at him.
genius.
So either way, you have disadvantage. Roll it.
200
It's
IQ
for-
play.
It's for,
200 IQ.
okay, first one is a nat 1.
Oh, what?
Yikes. Yikes.
Oh no.
No,
That's what
that's
happens
gonna-
when you look away from your target.
Well, it would have happened if I looked at him too, so at least I'm owning it. Second one is a 13.
That one hits. Go ahead and roll damage for both of them.
Oh God!
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
Life clock is dead.
You hit the dog. I'm leaving the podcast.
I swear I'm
Oh.
not gonna hit the dog, dude.
You hit the
Okay.
dog, get
The
killed.
nat
Br'aad.
one does 9, and the other one does 11.
Okay, so let's find out who that one hit. So it hit 11, you said?
Yeah.
For the second one, and the first one, that one did 9.
First one was the
Okay,
9.
Yeah,
that was
so let's
the
find
one
out
that I
who
missed.
that hits really quick. Or what it hits. It could even just hit like an object instead.
My aim isn't what it used to be.
Go ahead and mark off 9 HP from Hiltree's character sheet. As the Eldritch
Nice.
Black slams Hiltree in the back.
You're gonna kill Hiltree. He's already.
No,
fucking
it's fine.
dying.
We're gonna
Oh,
both retire
no.
after this fight.
As you quickly run away and you close your eyes and kind of almost like in a Naruto run position, you fire both Eldritch Blasts from behind you. You hear 2 impacts. One of them leave off a ghostly as you hit it. The second one goes ah.
It's okay. I'll treat you to a nice game of bingo after this.
And will that end Br'aad's turn?
No. I'm gonna sick live clock on him. It was also scared.
And 20 years older. How does life clock?
What is
look?
that? Is
Life
life-
Clock looks exactly the same.
Oh,
damn.
I thought he would have
Doesn't
just
look any
fucking turned
different.
into dust or
To a
something.
beholder. He's going to do a giant beholder.
That'd be horrifying.
No,
Live clock,
he looks the same.
go! Look at them with your fucking special eyes! And he's gonna use his eye rays. Do you want me to roll for that, or do you want you to roll for
Yeah,
that?
roll a d4,
It's 2. And I
which
rerolled.
is
Yeah. Okay. He has to make 2 saving throws. He has to make 1 for wisdom and 1 for dex.
okay. For the 2 different eye rays that fire at it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the dexterity one is a 16,
Okay.
and what was the other one? Wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom's a 17.
Okay, the rays both look incredibly powerful and awesome. One is a bright blue, and the other is a bright yellow, and they both shoot in opposite directions, and none of them hit anything.
Okay. He tried. That's the important thing that mattered.
He tried.
Okay, does that end Br'aad and Live Clock's turns now?
Yeah, that's both
Okay.
of them.
Hiltree's up next.
Fuck, Hiltree's just gonna fall on the ground in pain.
Yes.
This man's old. Does he even do anything? I don't fucking know. I don't think so.
Does he just crumble?
He just
Do
crumbles
his
onto the
brittle
ground and
bones just
screams.
breaks?
That's all I'm seeing from Hiltree at least.
So Hiltree just
in my
lays on the
mind.
ground and just takes the. He just lays there in pain.
He falls
Okay,
prone.
understandable.
Yeah,
Up next,
why the fuck not?
up next is Sylnan.
So Sylnan's fucking terrified. He looks around. Br'aad's really fucking old now. Hiltree
Only
is
40,
too.
guys. You fucking millennials, dude.
Fucking Br'aad just blasted Hiltree. Sylnan's fucking confused.
Br'aad just got blasted so hard he went full boomer.
He kind of takes. He's like kind of freaking out a bit, but he regains his composure. And I'm gonna throw a returning dagger at it.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for your hit.
That is an 11 plus whatever, 7 probably. Yeah, 7.
That hits.
So 18.
Go ahead and roll damage. And you're using the returning dagger, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 2 plus 4.
2 plus 4. So as you throw it, the dagger itself seems to just pass through the entity's figure, but the magical aura around the dagger seems to actually stick into it and deal some damage.
Okay, I didn't plan for that actually. I just wanted to use my returning daggers, but cool. So wait, the daggers through it though.
It just flew through it and scattered, and it just clambered against the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna return it. I'm gonna be like, come back. And it appears in my hand.
You can say it like that?
Yeah.
I'm back.
It's like, maybe.
Excellent roleplay.
I know. Just brilliant roleplay, right?
Well, that ends Sylnan's turn.
I think that's bonus action to call it back, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Up next is Mountain.
So Mountain's confused as hell, and now he's scared. Doesn't know why he's scared. He's not normally scared. Mountain's never scared, but in this moment, Mountain may be scared. So
Mountain is frightened. As you look over towards the ghostly figure, you're trying to figure out its features, what it looks like. You start blinking and really focusing on it, and you notice the large bulbous clown nose on the face of the ghost.
No, I don't. Shut the fuck up. No, I don't.
Curly hair with the striped clothing.
Stop. Okay.
It gives
Mountain
you a
freaks the
large,
fuck out,
wicked
all right?
smile with
Mountain
a
is gonna
toothy, gnarly grin.
Stop. I get it. Okay, I get it. It's scaring me.
Big
Stop.
shoes,
Stop.
Mountain.
Not funny, guys. Stop. Okay.
Mountain
Mountain's
is
gonna
frightened.
use Commander Strike to yell out to his name is Onder, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yell out to Onder. Onder, I don't know what the fuck this is. Do something. And he's gonna tell Onder to do something. He's scared.
Okay, what's he telling Onder to do?
Hit him. I don't fucking know.
Hit him? Okay, so Onder winds up his large broadsword and goes for a swing on the creature using your action.
Uh-huh.
He hits.
He hits. Okay, let me...
And as he does, as you see the broadsword swing up, the radiant light shining against it, he swings it upwards in an upward arcing strike, and as it hits the body of the ghost, it almost shreds through it, the blue outline of the creature shredding up with the sword, and it lets out a large... And as it does, the creature bends over, and you can see the radiant light seeping into its blue aura. It seems to be heavily damaged by Onder's attack.
Alright, and I'm gonna tell Jack to run, and we're gonna fucking run.
Okay, both you and your dog start running in the opposite direction of the creature. You run
Yes.
for your movement speed.
Okay, yeah.
And that'll be the end of your turn?
Yes.
Up next is Onder. Onder takes another swing at the creature. That's a natural 20.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
That is a this creature is gonna fucking get fucked.
I mean, there's two more. We don't know where they are, but there's two more.
He swings down again, this time at an upward arc, hitting around the shoulder and moving down to the lower of the sternum. As it does, once again, there's another shred through the creature's corporalness, like just the body itself is breaking apart. You can see the outline just starting to fade in the parts where the sword enters and exits. The damage is very noticeable.
Do we see all of his attacks going through the enemy?
Yeah, the weapon just passing through. But the actual radiant light seems to be what's burning and dealing the damage to the creature. Up next after Onder is going to be Taxi and Velrissa.
So is that one that he just attacked, is that one dead, or is it...
It's still alive,
Still.
but you can see that his attacks are dealing... It's looking it's looking pretty rough. It's looking pretty well damaged.
Has he gotten closer to us? Or...
The creature's still 30 feet away from
Alright.
you. Actually, it's actually about 25 feet now, but Onder moved up to it.
Do I feel my concentration on Fairy Fire?
Yeah. This creature is still outlined, the one that's up there.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll dash forward at that creature and just, like, first attack with my staff. I'm gonna have it, like, back here and then... Oh, fuck. Whoop.
Okay. Go ahead.
Right across it. I don't know if it matters, but since my staff is shillelagh, it's matters.
And at the same time, can I cast Word of Radiance, which is a con save?
Do what?
19 to hit.
19 to hit? Okay, what'd you say?
At the same time that he's attacking, can I hit him with Word of Radiance, which is a con save?
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll do his damage first, then you'll do your con save for that.
Okay.
So it was 19 to hit, right? 100% hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
When you're rolling damage, what's the average life expectancy of a goblin?
Oh, wrong.
Goblins live to be about 70 years old.
Okay. I just wanted to know how hard I should.
But they hit
play
their
up.
maturity very quickly, and they hit old age very quickly.
Same number.
Okay. So he'd be like a fucking brittle old man at this point.
He turned into, he's about 31, so he's probably about
Yeah, 31.
58-ish in human years.
Okay.
58, 60,
So
like not super
peak
old,
performance.
but like he has a few gray nose hairs.
Okay.
How much damage?
On that attack, 10 damage.
10 damage. You strike down, and the vines themselves just whip around and start dissipating the blue energy of the creature. You can tell the magical aura of your quarterstaff is dealing pretty damn good damage to this creature.
Still up?
It is still standing though, but and then it makes a con save against Velrissa's spell, and that is going to be a 20, not natural for that.
Oh, yeah. That's
They are rolling very high in their saves, but only their saves. Holy shit.
all right. Wait. Let me check if.
If it does anything, even when it fails, go ahead and check.
Yeah,
that.
no. It's he passes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll bonus action spin a key point to flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows. All right. Go ahead.
And once my staff swings right past him, I'll use that momentum to come around with a roundhouse with the back foot.
Mm-hmm.
18.
18 hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. So as you take
that
your
first
back foot and you kick through, you notice as your foot passes through, you feel a little bit of resistance as it hits the creature's body, but you pass right through it. It doesn't seem to do as much noticeable damage to the creature as you pass through.
Well, I'll still take one more because I got to.
Yeah. It's still, like, you can feel impact. It's just not hurting as bad as your quarterstaff was.
16 to hit with the second strike.
That hits?
2 plus 5, 7.
7. Okay.
7 more.
The creature, the ghost, is looking very rough. It's almost like the body is, it's almost like glitching. You can see as it moves its limbs, they kind of stagger and move unnaturally, flicking to different positions as it tries to keep its form stable, but it's having a lot of trouble staying in the material world.
Okay.
That end your turn? Velrissa, you need anything else?
It's gonna be it.
Okay, up next, the ghost creature. It looks over towards you, Taxi, and as it breathes out very, one of its hands reach up and it goes to grab you. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Wait, is Taxi good at charisma? I forget. No.
No, Sylnan, I'm not. 6. It doesn't matter.
6? Before your guys' eyes, as the creature grabs a hold of Taxi's shoulder,
Oh no.
Taxi, you look deep into its eyes and you feel yourself lose all the weight of your body. You feel the ground beneath you start to fade. And as that happens, the ghost disappears, almost sucking into Taxi.
No,
Taxi
dude!
stops where he's standing.
No.
He starts staggering back a little bit. You can still see everything around you, but you feel weightless and you're not in control of your body. As your feet start moving, you're not in control. You try your hardest to gain control of your muscles, but you can't.
Can I have control of my voice?
No. You try to speak out, but you can't. You just feel trapped somewhere deep inside the back of your mind. All you can just see is what's in front of your eyes. Just as it's just like you're watching.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, dude.
Back in the mine. Taxi's gonna be screaming, but none of you guys will be able to hear it.
I have no mouth yet. I must scream.
Alright, just let me know. You gotta pull up my sheet and, like, tell me what to do. Do I still roll for it, or do you roll for it now?
I'll have you roll for it because it's more interesting.
It would be more
Guys,
interesting
it's
if you
fun.
could still talk, I think. I think we should home
I'll be
rule it.
screaming, but you guys won't be able to hear it. I'll say shit.
Just consistent.
Oh, really? I thought it'd be so fun if you'd be like, whoops, and then you just kick fucking me in the head.
Taxi will. Let me take a look.
Well, I used my action and my bonus action.
I know, but
I
that
guess
doesn't
this
that
still
does
is
not
fine.
count.
This is a new action now.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh
I
yeah.
Oh,
Taxi.
man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick. This is
He's
like
gonna
not
burn
good.
my spell slots.
Mountain's been waiting for this for a long time.
Mountain ran away. Mountain's gone.
Oh, yeah, he
Mountain's
did.
running. This is a mess. We're gonna die. Wait, so is Br'aad now terrified of Taxi, or is he's
Wait, that's a good
the thing he's
question.
the thing he's terrified of is out of sight, so he doesn't have to worry about it now. He can just
Am I
blast
scared of
Taxi.
Taxi
Yes.
or no?
Yeah, he's not
Okay.
frightened of Taxi anymore. Since he does not see the actual figure, the frightenedness that everybody feels is dropped. So, Taxi will run
Unfortunately, I'm
forward.
still 41 years old.
Your movement speed is 40. So you'll be able to get up to where Velrissa is, where Sylnan is, where Hilltree is.
Can
Because
Taxi look absolutely feral now?
I would say so. Your
Like
teeth
this-
are constantly gnarled, but your eyes are just pale white, almost like foggy and hazed over. So he's gonna run in between Hilltree, Sylnan, and Velrissa, and he's going to cast Thunderwave at 2nd level.
Alright, guys, everybody make a con save.
Con save.
Wait, who has to make a save?
Wait, so Hilltree's fucking dead.
Hilltree, Velrissa, and Sylnan.
That's a nat one.
Because everybody else moved away.
Hilltree's actually fucking dead. Uh-oh.
What did Sylnan get?
Sylnan got 1 second. What's my con?
8. I don't have.
Oh shit.
What is my
Goodbye,
fucking
fellas.
constitution? Okay, I got a 16.
16?
Fighting,
Sylnan.
fighting a single ghost, guys.
Hill tree. I don't know if it fucking matters or not, but I got a natural 1.
Okay, and Velrissa got a nat 1.
Right, yo.
So, my boy, go ahead and roll 3d8.
Yeah.
Can I?
Oh my god, Hill tree's
Can I hellish
fucking
rebuke
dead.
taxi?
Yes.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke taxi.
Wait. I can do. Yeah, no, I think I can fucking uncanny dodge this, right?
Yeah,
I
you
got
can
it.
use your reactions. No, I'm pretty sure with uncanny dodge, honestly, when you're successfully saved, I don't think you take half damage at all with uncanny
Yeah,
dodge.
just don't take any damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That
Yeah, you take no damage.
Is
How much is it?
15 thunder damage, lightning damage,
15.
and anyone that failed is pushed 10 feet away.
So Velrissa and Hilltree
Okay, so-
are take 15 and are pushed 10 feet away from taxi.
and
So, yeah,
someone
Hill
takes
Tree-
half damage.
I take no damage because I uncanny dodge.
No.
Yeah.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8
He's a
thunder damage.
rogue has
as
uncanny
opposed-
dodge where they
I
don't
have
take.
uncanny
Successful.
dodge.
half as much damage.
Okay, and
Oh,
then
okay.
I hellish
Yeah, so
rebuke
uncanny
taxi.
dodge. I don't take anything. Hill tree flies into a tree and fucking slays their unconscious.
Yeah, Hilltree falls
He's down.
unconscious.
Well, okay. Velrissa. Okay.
So this is exactly the same thing as
No,
back in the
okay, let
Word
me
when
get
he
there.
Casted Thunderwave. It's the same
Velrissa
screen.
sees the thunder wave and immediately thinks of Taxi killing all those people. So as she lands 10 feet away, she hellish rebukes Taxi. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I saved, bro. 19 plus 5. 20 whatever.
Okay, well, you take half damage. Okay. You take 8 damage. It was 17,
fuck,
and then
fuck,
that'd be 8 rounded
fuck.
down. 8, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Help! Let me out! Somebody!
This is a fucking mess.
As you
This is our first
taxi,
fight.
as you yell that out, you just hear it echo around you in this darkness that you feel. The only voice that responds, you hear a cold, dark voice just say, "They can't hear you."
They're gonna judge me so hard for this. You don't know what we've been through.
After that, Mountain, as you're running with your dog in front of you, one of the creatures just phases into existence right in front of you.
Oh, son of a
Now,
bitch.
question about this. Is he terrified of all 3 of the creatures since they're
No,
the same? Or
no,
is it just
no.
Okay.
Nobody's frightened anymore. The frightening has been dropped.
Okay, it's just gone.
Since the creature disappeared, frightening's gone.
All right, so I am now 25 feet from them.
Yes, and he appears. The creature appears in front of you, and it's going to.
Good dodge, Sylnan.
It's going to just one of its hands are going to rake out like a claw towards you. That's
at me,
going to
bitch.
be an 11 to hit, so that's a miss.
Fat.
As it rakes across, you just dodge out of the way, almost ready for it as it appears. Br'aad, next to you as well, a creature appears, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to try to reach out and lash at you, trying to stop you from escaping.
Sorry, Hilltree.
It is going to be a 6 to hit, so that's also a miss.
Ah,
You usually,
okay,
as
here we
you're
go.
as you're running, it goes to swing, and you just dodge out of the way as it swings forward.
I can see right through you.
Br'aad is now solid snake.
Up next is Br'aad. As both the creatures that appeared as well, the one in front of
shit.
Br'aad has the fairy fire outline.
Oh, I got you.
Wait,
How far is?
did I have
okay,
to
wait.
roll?
Is this thing like right in front of me?
It's standing right in front of you, yeah, within 5 feet of you.
Okay, I'm
It
gonna.
just appeared and tried to lash out as you're running.
Yeah, I'm gonna sick live clock on that one.
Okay.
Very far is concentration. Did I have to roll when he took over my body?
Concentration you lose when you take damage.
So no.
So you with Hellish Rebuke, go ahead and roll a con save against 10.
Right.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. 13.
Whenever you take damage.
For the ghost, make a wisdom throw and a strength saving throw. Both are saving throws.
Wisdom and strength.
Yeah.
That is the wisdom is a 13 and the strength is a 0.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So live clock does his. He goes "Bah, bah, 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 bah," and he like shoots. He shoots a yellow beam and it swings wide, and then he shoots a fucking little bit of a wiggly green beam and it hits the ghost. And is the ghost medium or smaller, by the way?
The ghost seems to be a medium size. It's about the regular height of a humanoid.
Okay. Live Clock just fucking picks him up and just like pushes him 30 feet away wherever that takes him.
So it's telekinesis? Telekinesis one, right?
Telekinesis.
Okay, so it grabs it and just pushes it 30 feet and actually goes through one of the nearby trees. As it pushes it towards the tree, the body just phases through the tree and goes behind it.
And then Br'aad is going to run up to Taxi and put him in a headlock and try to choke him out.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, make a strength check against Taxi to roll an athletics or an acrobatics check against
weighing you down with my significantly larger frame that I once was. Br'aad has put on a little bit of weight. Silence now, friend.
Like
I got a nat 20.
Kept you waiting, huh? You got a what?
You're good.
I got a nat 20.
20.
There's no way. I did not roll a 20, so no.
Did you even get a 20?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you grab, as you run over towards Taxi, something in you awakens and you think of yourself as a gladiator back in the day. And as you jump, you wrap your legs around his back and put your heels against the bottom of his torso. Wrap your arm full headlock against his neck and try to drop him to the ground.
Trying to fucking bite his ass.
You're so young.
Okay, is that going to be the end of Br'aad's turn?
I guess that's my turn. I'm trying to literally choke him out.
Okay, so you're going to hold him down to the ground.
Wait.
Taxi's now prone as well as you knock him down. Since that was a nat 20, you also get a prone with that. I'll allow that because that's hot.
Does Taxi feel anything inside the back of his mind? Like, does he still feel the pain?
No, you don't feel anything.
Oh.
You feel numb.
know
Your
what's
whole
going on,
body
but I'm
just
on the
feels
ground
numb
now.
and tingly, but you can't move anything. It's almost like, you know those times when you're dreaming, and even though sometimes you realize you're dreaming and you try to do something, you just can't. Like every time you think to yourself, I want to do this, I want to do that, but for some reason in the dream you just don't do it. It's like that.
Taxi starts crying in the back of his head.
You feel heavy, but also
this is
weightless
some
at the
Get
same
Out
time.
stuff, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the movie Get Out when you can't get out.
Sink into the floor.
All right, so after Br'aad's turn,
Like, cats really are afraid of the
Hilltree,
sink.
make Hilltree roll a d20.
That's a 14.
14, okay, that's a pass.
No! Hilltree!
What's Hilltree's max HP?
I'm not in control.
It's like 25.
Okay, he's good. Because
Yeah,
if
23.
if you hit negative of your max HP, you die.
Yeah, no,
15.
he's
fine.
Yeah, he was at -1 afterwards,
Okay.
so he's fine.
He's good.
I kept track of that. So that's one success, right?
Yep, that's one success. Then up next is Sylnan.
Sylnan's freaking the fuck out. Taxi just kind of walked up and fucking thunderwaved me and Hilltree and killed Hilltree. Br'aad comes in and fucking sumo wrestles this guy to the ground. He's not even. Sylnan's not even sure what happened to Taxi. He doesn't fucking understand this shit.
Wait, they didn't see like the ghost go inside. Like, they don't see
I
my
saw
eyes or
it, but
anything?
I don't think I fucking understand.
It all happened so fast.
It's so quick. I also am very apprehensive about hitting Taxi at all because he saved my life. So, someone's just gonna freak out for a turn. I'm gonna be helpful.
Can I add a little bit of?
Someone just gonna freak out.
Someone
Can I
gonna
add a
freak
little
it.
bit of
Can I roll
flavor?
to have a panic attack?
Literally. Can I roll for like severity of panic attack?
Make a wisdom save.
Nice.
Oh, what? We're actually doing this?
Oh my god.
My brother's
that's a-
41 years old.
That's a
Taxi
natural
just tried
20,
to kill
actually.
Hilltree.
You maintain your resolve. You hold yourself. You try to keep. You're still panicking, but you don't freak out
Yeah.
too much.
I'm breathing heavily. I don't attack Taxi or anything because I don't want to. I genuinely don't know what to do, so I literally think I'm just gonna pass my turn.
Isn't there two? Like, dudes?
There's one by Mountain, but I don't think I've noticed that yet because I'm too focused on what's happening in front of me. And Mountain ran 30 feet away.
Dude,
25.
being in character is cool, but surviving is even cool.
So
Nah, I want to die.
Mountain's up next.
Okay, seeing this thing come in front of me, I'm just gonna get really pissed, pull out Flame Tongue, and go for a fucking
That's
strike.
Mountain Dew.
Go for it. Use your bonus action to light it as well, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the word again? Zuriel.
Zuriel.
That's a 29 natural.
29 that hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Are you dual wield? Are you using both hands to hold it?
Yeah, both hands. I know.
Okay, so D10.
Mountain, get me out of here.
Shut up, Taxi. I can't hear you.
Punch this dude out of
Ooh.
my body.
That's gonna be 15 slashing. damage? Yeah, 15,
15
slashing. And then 6 fire damage.
6. Okay, so a total of 21 damage. From fire.
Die, you ghost clown bastard!
So your weapon is cool. So as you swing, the weapon itself shreds through it. But you notice the fire itself just seems to kind of hit it and then start to fall off, not really leaving any burning or charring. It still deals a bit of damage, but not as much as you'd like. So you do the first strike. Go ahead and you want to do your second?
Yes.
Yep.
That's gonna be natural 20.
Nat 20, boy. Go ahead.
Nat 20. All right.
Let's go and do the D10 and then double that.
14, 19.
19. Okay, so so we can do that. 19 slashing.
I rolled a 4 and a 3.
So 14.
Oh, 8. Yeah.
14. So once in the 14, as you hit it, it halves because it seems to be resistant to it, but it's still noticeably hurting it. So as you swing down with the fire as well, the fire hits the body. This creature begins to look rough immediately. Your 2 swings, as you rip, the entire body just shreds and almost, it tries to reconnect its corporeal body, but it just can't. It starts freaking out. The body, the limbs, you can hear these loud screeches as the body tries to gain itself's composure, but it cannot. It looks very rough.
Action search. We're doing it again.
Go for it.
Okay. That's gonna be 29 natural.
That hits.
And then we're gonna do.
It dies. Just go ahead and do some flavor for this last swing. It has 1 HP.
Okay. Okay.
Just flavor this how you want it to how you want to hit it.
That's gonna be 15 damage. Damn, I'm rolling really good. I'm gonna swing straight for its little head, hoping to cut it off. I don't know if it's gonna work that way, but that's what I'm trying to do.
You take the horde.
For the horde.
You take your sword, and as you swing it, it goes against the neck, and it rips through the blue highlight of the creature's body. And as it does, it and just fades, almost like fog dissipating, and just echoes with the wind, disappearing in front of you.
I stand there for a second, just like watching it dissipate, and say, "I fucking hate clowns." And I turn around and start walking back towards the guys.
Okay.
That's our mountain, taking care of enemies in one turn.
Up next is going to be Onder. Onder looks over at what's going on with Taxi. He sees Br'aad putting him in a headlock. He takes notice of the face more than anything else and sees the possession going on. And so he is going to cast. He starts running over to you, and as he does, he clutches both of his gauntlets. And as he does, a shimmering energy begins to swirl around him. You see this purple-like shielding start to shine against his armor. And as he does, he runs over to you, Br'aad, and he starts trying to push you off of Taxi. Do you consent, or do you hold on still?
Yeah, I let him. He seems like he knows what he's doing.
Okay, he puts a hand. He doesn't like roughly puts a hand on your shoulder and starts trying to pull you off. And as he does, he puts both of his hands on Taxi's back and starts chanting these strange words. And as he does, they echo in the area around you, echoing through the fog. Taxi, you feel your body start to gain weight again. You start to gain feeling. And as he does one final yell, he goes, "Fuck cool!" And he pushes both hands straight down into your back.
Fuck off!
And as he does,
Fuck off!
as he pushes both hands hard into your back, you feel yourself regain it. As you do, your mouth opens, and this blue energy shoots out of Taxi's mouth and regains form as the ghost standing on the ground. Taxi, you are back in your own body. He then gets up. As he gets up, the shimmering on his body is now gone. He grips his sword and he gets ready to fight once more, but that will be the end of his turn. He looks at you and goes,
Don't say sorry. Get up and fight.
and then up next is Taxi and
Don't have to
Velrissa.
tell me twice. Taxi starts twirling his staff with 2 hands up, like from the side and then in front of him and then above his head, and comes down with a fucking whack right down the middle of this ghost form.
Go right ahead.
It hit 17 plus 8.
The one that came out of you?
Yeah, the one
it
that's
hits.
just right in front of us now.
You get up, pull out your quarterstaff, and you swing.
9 damage. Wait, no. Yeah, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Nope.
Oh.
6 damage.
6
My bad.
damage. As you go to swing your quarterstaff, the ghost grabbed with both of his hands. He grabs your quarterstaff mid-swing. It looks at you, and the face twists from this horrifying gasp into this actual sincere-looking face. You see the full emotion of a human. You see the large bridge nose, the noticeable heroic-like features. It's a human. It's a male. He looks at you and goes, "I'm sorry." And then he lets go and your staff hits him the rest of the way. And as it swings into his body, he dissipates as well.
I'm gonna end my turn.
All right. After that,
Taxi
Velrissa.
will sit
Okay,
there
so
frozen.
2 of them are down. Where is this? Is the last one over? Is he in?
The last one's the one
The
near
last
Broad.
He's near Broad.
Well, it was
The
near
one
Broad.
that
It's
was
near
30,
live clock
yeah.
now. Somewhere behind a tree. You can just see a faint blue glow somewhere off in the fog behind a tree.
And
Where you're currently standing, you don't have vision of it, but you know where it is.
how is the distance between the?
From you, it's going to be a decent 50 feet.
Okay, so
Probably more, maybe even 60.
I will walk my 30 feet to where it's as close as like in my vision as possible.
Okay, so you just walk around and you kind of just run over and get a better angle on where it was pushed through. You see it. It's hovering mildly above the ground, its feet crossed, and it's sort of just patting its chest with its hands, looking around confused as you run around the tree.
Okay, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
That's a dex
Is it
save.
too late now to say sorry?
That is a 19 to
Yeah,
pass.
that's a pass.
Damn. These fucking rolls for the goddamn saves are the only high thing they're rolling right now. Like, it's actually
It's
insane.
okay. At least I'm wasting the saves, or wasting all the good rolls on low damage so that you
Alright.
guys can hit high damage.
Anything else Velrissa wants to do?
That's gonna be it. That's gonna end my turn.
Okay. Up next, as you go to cast Sacred Flame, the purple-like fire ruptures from your wrist, and as it flies towards the ghost, it spirals around its body. You lose vision on it, thinking you caught it with the spell, but as you do, it just passes through the fire and stares at you. You get a better look at its features. It seems feminine. You see the female body, the longer hair, and the blue outline. It gives you a small smirk and goes, "You'll do." And it flies towards you. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma?
Charisma.
That's a 14.
This is for possession.
14, just barely passing. As it comes towards you, both its hands reach into your chest, fully going through, and you feel almost like it's clutching against your heart. You feel your entire body, your heart starts to palpitate, and your body tenses, but you push, and you manage to use just your radiant energy to push the creature back out of you and stop it from taking
As
over.
I push it, I like look it in the eyes as I'm pushing it away, and I say, "I'll do what?"
All right.
Velrissa is angry right now.
And that will
Angry.
end its turn. Up next is Br'aad.
Alright, do I have a visual on the creature at all?
You do now, yes. It's standing in front of Velrissa. Almost like it and Velrissa are in this weird, like, hand-locked battle, but they're not touching hands. But you can just tell the tension like it's combat.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna walk up to the creature. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna cast fear, and I'm gonna say, "Boo."
Fear makes it frightened, correct? As a spell?
Can it be scared? Uh-oh, hang on. I mean, yeah, it's called fear.
I'm making sure the condition it gives them is frightened, I do believe.
Yes.
As you go up to it and you go boo and you try to cast fear on it, its head just cocks off of the axis of its neck and goes, "Boo." And it seems to have no
Yeah.
effect on it.
Oh,
Nice.
that's upsetting.
Solid.
Hang
At
on,
least we know Br'aad isn't scarier than a ghost.
Let's mark down half of my spell slots. And then my live clock's gonna fly at him and try another one of these eye beams.
Okay, go for it.
2 of these eye beams. Okay. A wisdom throw and a strength throw.
Wisdom and strength. The wisdom is a 13 and the strength is a 7.
Okay. Live clock out of one stock shoots a sparkling beam. And he misses. And then he also fires the same beam as before. It sort of surrounds the ghost. And then it pushes him 30 feet back.
30 feet back again.
Yeah.
It pushes him through the same tree.
Br'aad just gives Live Clock
Live
a
Clock
look
flies
like,
up and goes,
What is?
Boo, and then shoots him through the tree. Actually, where you're at now, it'll put him exactly in the tree.
Okay, that's cool. Great. Let's put him in the tree.
And then the telekinesis pushes into the tree, and as he stops, you hear a loud, and the ghost is shot back out of the tree, and you see obvious damage hitting the blue light of its outline as it flies back out and just appears next to the tree.
Oh. Interesting.
That's a tree, idiot.
All right. Up next will be Hilltree.
It's a 16.
Another save. Up next, Sylnan.
How far away is it from me?
From you is going to be about 50, 60 feet, somewhere in between there.
50, 60 feet. I mean, I could reach it. I could also throw a knife at it. Hilltree looks alright. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna run up to Br'aad and go. Wait, no, yeah, 60 feet. Fuck it. I'm running up and stabbing it.
You can
I'm
bonus action
terrified,
dodge.
you know, fuck
Your
it.
bonus action,
Yeah.
bonus action dash. I mean, and then
Bonus action dash. Well, yeah.
and then I do believe you would get sneak attack on this. Correct? Don't you get sneak attack if it's in combat with one of your allies within 5 feet of it?
Yeah. Wait, is there anybody within 5 feet though? Is the tree an ally?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is actually.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll take it. Yeah. I'm gonna go for a stab. It's a 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll sneak attack with it.
Sneak attack.
'Cause as you actually get close, as you run up to stab it, you look over towards the tree as well as you're running up, and you notice the ghost is peculiarly looking at the tree as well, and you notice where it's looking around the other side of it, there is a face carved into the side of the actual trunk of the tree. This large
like
human-like facial features.
Anyway, I'm gonna roll anyway.
Poor
So that's a
Hilltree.
3.
Hilltree got blasted by his teammates.
No, he did. 11. 16 plus 4.
Okay.
So 20.
20, and that's with your returning dagger, correct?
Returning
Yep.
dagger. Yeah, I still have the returning dagger in my
Yep.
hand.
All right, you stab, and with the magical energy, you feel it hit the back, and the creature just... You can see its body almost like shocked, like it's been stabbed, but you don't actually hit any skin, but you can tell it's doing some sort of residual damage.
Sylnan screams back, "Ah!" That's where my turn
All right, up
is.
next is Mountain.
How far away am I from everybody?
About
Pretty far.
pretty damn far. You're probably now, from what's going on now, the combat, you're about 75 feet. 75,
All right.
80 feet.
I'm just gonna keep walking forward and say, "Hey, don't worry, guys, I got him."
You're going to just walk 25 feet forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that in your turn? Okay. Up next then, Onder is going to look at what's happening. He's going to run up to the creature as well and go for a swing. And he misses.
Nice.
Up next is Taxi Velrissa. As he swings, the ghost just hovers over his blade and just kind of like dances over the swing.
He's 60 feet from us?
30 feet from Velrissa. And Taxi, where were you? Yeah, you'd be 30 feet from you. So another 30, so 60 from
Can
you.
I tell how how damaged
I
he
was right
is?
next to Onder.
Yeah, Onder can bonus action dash.
And, can I tell how
What'd you say,
damaged this
Velrissa?
ghost is? Or ghost spectre?
It's definitely pretty rough. It's not as bad as the other two look when they started when their bodies started twisting and contorting in bizarre ways as they were near the brink of death. It's not at that point yet, but you can tell it is fairly well damaged.
Okay, yeah. Level 3
this one
inflict
outlined?
wounds. I do my full movement speed, which is 30 feet, and I
Okay.
level 3 inflict wounds.
And that's a melee attack, right?
It's
It would be.
Yeah, it is.
Melee.
I do believe inflict wounds is a melee. Go ahead, go for it.
Is this one outlined?
it's a 24.
No, it's not. This is the one that wasn't outlined. 24 does hit.
It's 28.
28 damage. Radiant, right?
It is
Or what is it?
necrotic.
As you take your hands and you grab a hold of its forearms and try to you grip and attempt to do this damage, the flash of purple dark energy comes off of your palms and it has no effect to the creature.
Damn.
It just looks at you and smiles.
Welcome to the club,
Damn.
dude. No worries.
Little advice: most undead are immune to necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Live
Okay.
and learn.
Yeah, that's this is the beauty of D&D combat. The more you do it, you start to learn like this thing is this kind of creature, so it's resistant to these kind of things most likely. So, very sad day, but
The more you know.
the more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
All right.
Velrissa
Yeah.
will now realize that dead things are resistant to fucking
To
Dead
death.
damage.
After hesitating for a moment after what the last creature said to him, or the person, he will look over and see Velrissa and her uncle rush down the ghost dude. He'll double his speed, and then I will rush towards it and make an attack with my staff.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it surrounded?
Technically, yes. But he can still get in and attack it. It'll just be difficult terrain to
Okay.
move towards it at the very end, but he can still make it with his dash.
Gotcha.
Okay.
He'll just squeeze
I'm not- yeah.
between you and just go dunk.
Yeah, I would have like 80-foot movement right
Yeah, so you can still make it there, moving through your allies.
now. 16 plus 8.
That's a hit.
That's hard.
Math do be hard.
Math do be really hard.
Math do be.
Fuck, dude. 6 damage,
6 damage.
and I'm gonna spend a key point. Do furry blows
Go
again.
for it.
Furry.
You say furry,
Furry of blows?
Did you actually
Confirmed,
just say
huh?
furry blows?
I tried not to say it the first time, but I said it the first time I ever did it, and so I, had to.
Furry blows.
Okay, first
My
attack,
favorite YouTube
Furry.
channel.
18.
18 hits.
And then 6 damage on the first one. Natural 20 on the second
Ooh,
unarmed
go
shot.
ahead and roll that damage. Double the die.
13 damage.
13. With that the first strike, as you blow into it, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you punch into its chest, and the sheer force of the energy behind your fist blows it back a little bit and actually makes a hole in its corporalness. And as it does, it kind of winces and it looks at you, and as it looks at you, its body starts to do that twisting and that malforming that it used to do before. It looks you in the eyes and says, "You'll have to do better than that." And then with your right swing, you clench your fist, and as you do, you can feel your knuckles begin to crack with how hard you're tensing it. And with that final punch, you land it straight round the neck, the throat of the creature. And as you hit it, you feel the wind blow back from your fist and hit you in the face as the creature dissipates into the fog. Combat is now over.
You did better than that.
Is Hilltree still down?
Hilltree is down.
Okay, yeah. I run over to Hilltree and cast a level 2 cure wounds.
Okay, so
After-
that's automatically 3 successes.
A taxi would have
Mhm.
said something like, "You'd be surprised."
A 1-inch punch.
Okay, with Circle of Mortality, that means it should be the max heal because he's 0 HP, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 16 plus 3, 21.
Hilltree heals back. Hilltree awakens. And after that, Ander puts his sword away and goes,
Who was affected by the aging process?
Br'aad sits down. It only took 20 years.
Okay, that makes one of them. Anybody else? Who else was affected by the process of aging?
I'm walking up. Don't worry, guys, I got him. And I drink a little bit.
Did
Anyone-
Mountain get aged? I forget.
Yeah.
He did, yes.
He looks the same.
He doesn't bring it up.
Hilltree kind of gets up and goes, yeah, I feel a bit old.
He goes, go sit next to Br'aad over there. Anyone else? Was anyone else affected?
Right, okay. And he just runs over to both of you. And he puts his hands on both of you and casts Greater Restoration. And your age goes back to the way it was before.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm so glad I was able to mature to, whoa, here I am again.
So Mountain's just 20 years older now.
I don't
He
think,
goes-
did Mountain even notice?
It's funny.
Probably not.
It's funny.
20 years is
It's
nothing
really,
for a dwarf.
It's really fucking funny if he just doesn't.
He I mean, Mountain doesn't look any different. So he does that to both of you and he goes,
Alright, that took a lot of my magic, but that will reverse the aging process.
Thank you. It was I learned too much. I felt too much responsibility.
Just to everybody. I wasn't in control.
Don't worry, we know. It wasn't your fault.
But I got this. I wish it would have blinded me.
At least you
'cause I
weren't
saw-
old.
Well, true.
It's alright. Hey, look at me. A lot of the things that are going to happen in here are going to be something that's going to carry with you the rest of your life.
You
Some
didn't.
things might be traumatic.
Honest. Could have said that maybe before we left. I'm not backing out or anything. Just, I don't want to hurt.
No one does.
I'm sorry, Hilltree. I wouldn't have done that, you know.
It's alright. It's don't worry. I'm feeling alright now. I mean, can't really help it if both you and Br'aad got possessed and all.
Wait, what happened?
Taxi,
If it
I'm
helps,
sorry for crushing you under my gruff, muscular frame.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, to you and Vel, I couldn't really feel the pain.
Oh.
I just was able to see everything. I was trying to say things, but nobody could hear me.
I'm really sorry about that,
It's okay,
Taxi, the way I
Taxi.
reacted. I couldn't entirely help myself.
And as that happens, you guys begin to hear a voice echo through the fog of the forest. You hear a very deep, otherworldly sounding voice. It sounds almost muffled as well while it speaks, but it echoes through the forest and says,
You intruders have no right to be in my land. Go. Leave now.
No!
Sylnan stands up. All right.
I turn Sylnan around. I say, no, we just got here.
So, Br'aad, I don't like this place.
Listen, nobody said anything about killer clown ghosts fucking coming after me and my dog.
to nobody else, they did not look like clowns. Not a single one of them even
What are you
resembled a
talking?
clown.
There were no.
There
What are
was
you?
What are
no-
you talking
They were
about?
right there.
about?
I was wondering why
There
you
was
just
no
ran away
clowns.
for no reason.
Yeah.
I didn't run
I
away for no
didn't
reason. There were
realize.
clowns.
Didn't
Did you
realize
not see
you
the
were scared
clowns?
of
Tom,
everything.
relax. Stop.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly calm. I'm
Tensions
just
are
wondering
high.
why the fuck you didn't tell us that these clown ghosts were gonna be here. You
There
didn't
were
say anything.
no-
You just said go through the little
We
light
did
shit.
say-
There's no carnivals
why?
here, lad.
We did
Relax.
say there was an undead problem here.
Thought we mentioned
Okay,
that.
I don't know what that means. You didn't specify.
How's everybody
You
looking?
didn't say they were gonna be right here when we got here.
How's
Well,
everybody looking? Can we move on? Or do we need to rest?
well, Velrissa's pretty powerful, as you may know.
She still has a bit to
Yeah.
learn, but
Look
she
at-
is very combat specific. She's also very
She
good.
did
at
kind
helping.
of.
She toasted you good, actually, didn't she?
I'll be fine.
You want to take a breather, Taxi?
If we need to, we can rest here.
I might need a second, yeah. Before we go forward.
You looking for a short rest or a long rest?
Probably short rest.
Sure.
Short.
Short rest? Alright. Let's go ahead. You guys sit down around the larger tree that had the face
I have an
sculpted
idea.
into it.
I have an idea.
What's that?
I want to try something out. How big is Major Image?
20 feet, I do believe. It's a 20-foot cube, if
Interesting.
I remember correctly.
So it wouldn't be reasonable for everyone to fit inside a 20-foot cube.
No. I would say for
I'm
the
gonna
20-foot
make-
cube, you could fit, for a short rest, I would say 5-6 people.
5 to 6 people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Major Image and I'm gonna make a big rock. So if any more ghosts come, we can spook
Well,
them.
okay, I'll stay out
sounds
of
good.
the rock with whoever else is gonna be out of
Ander.
with Ander.
Ander cannot fit in the rock.
Yeah.
Ander will sit
So
outside.
I'll hang out with
staying on
Ander.
rock.
Does Major-
And that's where we're going to take a break while everybody short rests.
Hello, it is me, the Mid-Roll God, and I am here to tell you about the mid-roll stuff. So, let's get started. First, over here on our left you'll see we have a Twitter at JRWI Show. Go follow us and send us your fan art and tweet us your favorite things about the episodes. And on our right, was it on our left or on our right, we have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JRWI Show that we so rarely use, but one day we will. More consistently, like I said on the mass mid-roll months ago, god damn it, who doesn't do these things? Get with it, you stupid party, or I'll spike you! And don't forget about our Reddit, r/JRWI Show. You can go there and have discussion threads with your other members of the community. Please rate us on iTunes, because when you give us a rate on iTunes, it really helps us out a lot. You know what else might help us out a lot? If you go over to our Patreon and drop a few dollars. It's not my Patreon, I'm the mid-roll god. Nobody cares about me or gives me money. Oh god. Oh wait, that's me. I think that is all. So as always, please go out there and enjoy the episode! I love you.
You guys have completed your short rest. Nothing came, nothing encountered you, but you still have this very ominous feeling throughout the entire hour that something knows of your presence and something is very unhappy that you're here. You have almost this constant just gnawing feeling washing over you. Just like it feels like a giant pair of eyes staring at you as you remain in the forest.
And where did old Gart and Oriana?
They were heading to, Rock Marrow, he said the name was. It's a nearby dwarven hold. Something about a fighting competition that he's going to be a part of.
Is this whole area this dangerous?
I have not traversed it myself, but I would definitely stay on guard.
Will do. Where are we going, by the way?
I know where. You see,
That's comforting.
with all darkness like this, there's some sort of source, right? That voice we heard is most likely the source.
Well,
I'm trying to track it
Interesting.
down right now. I can feel his energy, his aura. He's somewhere down
Me
below.
too. Yes, but if you recognize, if we pass through a town called Gaywick or Sela,
Gaywick?
will you let me know? Because Gaywick.
Gaywick is,
He points past the tree line and goes,
that way is where the town of Gaywick used to sit.
Do you know anything about Gaywick?
It was a very small village. Primarily, it was a commerce trading village. They had very fine artisans back in the day. They were taken over when this Barren, this dark energy started to take over. When it washed over the town, it turned them into nothing more than shambling husks.
So if
I think we've got some.
If we take this out at the source, do you think we could avoid going there and taking care of them?
I think once we take out the source, it'll be at least easier for this place to repopulate. I think taking out the cause is definitely going to help. I don't know if it'll eliminate it all entirely, but it at least will help.
Only one way to find out, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we've still got some time left today to travel towards the energy you feel. So maybe we should start heading that way.
Feeling is very strong. I'm very lucky to have this.
he pulls up his left ring finger, has an enchanted silver garnet ring.
This helps me detect evil from a further distance than most of my kind, most of my people.
Based off, the recent encounter, I'm sure we can take care of it and hold well. We've seen a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure
I don't
we
know.
can,
This feeling is very strong. Whatever it
Well,
is,
we're already here.
it's very strong and very ancient.
This is what we came here for,
Right.
though.
No matter what, we're facing it. No one should back down now. We're here, aren't we?
Well,
Someone
I
just kinda
think
looks
I
down a
pull
bit.
Sylnan in a little bit. Yeah, I pictured him backing up.
I mean, if already, I've been possessed. Br'aad was aged.
You're right.
Hiltri is.
We have no idea what the
but
worst
look
of
where
it
we are
could
now.
be.
We're all fine. We're
We
all
could-
back to the way we were. Things will happen. We're going to have obstacles in our way. That shouldn't stop us.
Oh no, I'm saying we should go. Like,
Oh, yes. He takes his sword. He uses it as a way to prop himself up. I'll lead the way. Let's go. We must go deeper into the Barren to find this evil source.
All right. I'm gonna travel next to him.
As we begin traveling,
Keep
begin
my
walking
eyes
further
out.
down the path, Velrissa, your lantern giving off a nice bit of light that helps to dissipate as well the surrounding fog. You're kind of up front as well. Onder and then Taxi and Velrissa right behind. Rest of the party following suit.
We in the back.
Bound in the back with Jack, protecting the rear. As you guys travel further and further in, you don't encounter anything yet, but you just constantly have that, once again, that gnawing feeling. You occasionally hear what sounds like whispers echoing with the wind. As the wind blows past, you just hear move with the wind. No audible words, but the wind almost sounds humanoid in the area.
Every like 10 seconds, Br'aad will be like, huh? Like he'll think someone next to him said something, and it'll initiate a series of awkward huhs.
Huh?
I'm gonna do. I don't know if this will work or make sense, but Taxi's gonna try and listen to. Even though it appears to be dead, I want to like listen to the voice of the. I guess nature is the most basic word. For it.
Perception check.
It screams.
How much was it?
13.
13. You listen, but you just don't make out any words. You struggle because it sounds so audible. It sounds so human, but it's just. But nothing. No.
Huh?
Nothing sounds right. Huh?
Huh? What? Did you say something?
Huh?
What? Mountain?
As you step forward, the fog begins to dissipate a bit, and in front of you, you see a structure. You see large stone stairs, cracked and overgrown with time. There's no life, there's no grass, no vines, just cracks and darkness in the stone from age. And at the very top, it's hard to make out, but you see something. It's about 20 feet off the ground, so from this height, it's hard to make it out, but you see what looks occasionally like bones underneath a gray-like flesh laying there on top of this podium. It's not moving, it's not filled with life, but you're judging from the decay that it's been there for quite some time. Surrounding it are 4 pillars that have an overhead stone-like roofing with some carvings in the pillars that you can't really make out from this far away. But that's all that there is to this structure.
I look at Onder and Velrissa, hoping they have any idea what's happening or any clue as to what this is.
Onder looks puzzled. He doesn't seem to recognize or anything.
Yeah. Same with me.
Taxi goes, "We got this," and then he just slowly backs away from the front, a little bit towards where Mountain is, but like not next to Mountain,
Okay,
so
you
closer to Sylnan.
Back up a little bit. The voice rings out in the fog once more. You hear the voice. It almost rolls like wind. As you can hear it far away, and it seems to just roll with you as it speaks.
You are not welcome here,
We've heard it before, we'll hear it again.
but
Get it.
still, you trudge on. Foolish. Nothing more than mortals, wishing for more in life.
And as the voice rings out, something begins to shake on the top of the podium. And as your eyes look up to take notice, you see there's a very large longsword embedded into whatever this creature or a dead, decomposing body is, and it begins to shake inside the body.
Oh.
To be fair, I don't think he's welcome here either.
That's true. No, that's a
said-
good comeback. Shout it out at him. I'm sure he'll really appreciate it. Shout it, Taxi.
I
shout
I
don't.
don't think that matters right now.
No.
He's more welcome than us.
And then from behind the body, you hear the sound of clanking metal, shifting and moving. And a set of steel armor begins to stand up. No body underneath of it, but magically it begins to form into the shape of a human, reattaching the greaves to the shoulder plates, to the breastplate. Everything connects back to where it should be. And it stands up and it grasps onto the sword. And as it pulls it out of the decomposing body, the body itself begins to move as well. And as it twists and floats up off the podium, you're met eyes to eye with a zombie beholder.
I'm gonna
Oh,
Silly.
no, dude, I'm getting
wait,
fucking
bad memories.
PTSD
Roll
from
initiative.
Halloween one-up.
PTSD.
Roll initiative.
No, did you hear what I said?
Sylnan
I heard you
says
say
under his
Shillelagh, you're
breath,
Cool.
he's just like, what is going on in this forest?
What's going on is we're gonna kill him. And I pull out my longsword and speak the word of flame.
Who's gonna get insta-killed?
Me first.
Zuriel!
15 to 20?
16?
18.
18? Roll again, Sylnan.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Okay, that's a 20.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, gotcha. 15, 10. 15 to 10.
13.
14. Mountain 14.
15 for Hilltree.
Br'aad.
Hit him with a 9, dude.
Up first is Sylnan. Sylnan, as you're standing below the stairs up to this podium, you're met with the decaying flesh of the beholder. As it gets up, the tongue is waggling out of the mouth. Its eye is rolling around, trying to reset itself correctly in the embedment of the face, and it... Intruders!
That's really,
What?
really big.
What
Don't
is
worry,
that?
Taxi, we'll get it.
And standing underneath of it is animated armor holding a long sword. It begins to walk down the stairs.
Left Cluck, why can't you
What do
be
you
like
do?
that? Why can't you be like that, like the big one?
You be like, I can't. You be like that.
That is a good point.
Mountain,
Okay, wait.
don't run away
Can
this
Sylnan
time.
see the
Well,
similarity?
it's not a clown, so I'm not running anywhere.
Beholder?
Yes, the similarities are uncanny.
Okay, so maybe I would know it would shoot stuff out
He's
of its
innocent.
stalks, right? Its eye
Make an
stalks.
intelligence check.
Okay, let's find out. That's an 18 minus 2, 16.
You would assume, yeah, you would assume that this probably has the same eye-like abilities that... There's only a few eye stalks left on the decaying. Part of it is you can just see the skull underneath, where there's no stalks attached anymore, just cracked bone.
I should have
Sylnan do
prepared
a
combat
smart.
spells, dude.
He pulls out his returning dagger and he aims for an eye stalk.
Okay.
Wanting to cut it off.
Oh,
Go
that's
ahead
cool.
and roll with disadvantage,
Disadvantage, okay.
because when you aim for a limb, it's disadvantage.
Right. So that was a 14, I believe. Yeah, 14.
14, let me check. I fucking lost the page. I am boosted. 14 just misses. As you throw it, you miss the eye stalk, and it just sort of scrapes across the part of the exposed cranium and then flies behind the creature.
Shit, okay. What do I have for bonus action? Nothing really great. Okay, I'm just gonna return. I'm like, return. And grab it back, and that's it. That's my turn.
All right.
I like that.
Well, you'd have advantage on that, wouldn't you? Because you went first. Isn't that a thing? Does your rogue have that? Check that.
Wait.
Some
let's
rogues
see.
have it where if you go before a creature, you have advantage on the attack.
That's assassin, I think, isn't it?
It might be just assassin. I'm not sure.
I'm
I don't play.
Scout, so
I don't play fucking player characters that much, so I'm not sure what's what.
think I have it.
Yeah, it doesn't like you have it. Never mind. Just trying to help out.
That was something that fucking Brambleshank had though. Pretty sure.
I've never seen you
So-
try and help us in a fight. I'm scared.
I always help you. What the fuck?
Not like that.
Fuck off. No, I always remind you guys of what you can do with your abilities.
but,
I'm afraid.
You specifically said I'm just trying to help you, and I guess that statement is now ringing around in my mind like we need help.
Bisley, so you don't know what this thing
Help.
can do you?
What?
Oh, this is so good.
I'm scared.
So up next is the Beholder.
Oh no.
He's about to behold this guy.
Not
He's
now.
gonna kill him.
I do not wish to behold.
Roll
Hey, guys,
for
don't fail
round.
your saving throws.
One of the there's only it looks like a few eye stalks left. There's only 4 of them dangling off of one side. One of them limply looks over, and the eye opens to look straight at you, Sylnan.
Aw, recipes.
Aw, rats.
There it is.
All right.
Guys, we have solo.
Make
hit
a
points
wisdom
out.
saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Big brain.
Yeah, that's alright, I guess. Oh, it's a 19. Okay.
19. As a energy comes at you, it's red with this like strange black outline. It's chaotic. It zips around as it slams into your chest. You're expecting to take damage, but you feel nothing. You just shake off your head, and you shake off any sort of feelings that start to crawl up towards you, and you're fine.
Oh,
The creature
okay.
then begins to fly down the staircase. It only makes it about to the very end of the staircase, still about 15 feet off the ground, but it comes down the entire staircase down towards the party, and it ends its turn. Up next is
Okay.
Onder. Onder looks up and goes,
This does not bode well.
You
And then-
think?
What is that thing?
He points at Velrissa, Mountain, and Sylnan. He whips his finger around. He makes a strange shape in the air with it, and almost like a white trace of light follows it around. He points and he goes,
You 3, go in there and get it.
"You are all 3 now blessed.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Go in
Whenever-
there and get
Whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you can roll an additional D4 to add to the number rolled."
You saw me punch a ghost. Can I not be
On
blessed?
the
Taxi, don't worry. This is only for the real men. And
Taxi, I
Velrissa.
bless
Let's
you.
go.
You ran away from the last fight.
There were clowns. Stay out of this.
He then steps back behind the rest of you defensively and then ends his turn. Up next is Taxi.
All right.
Br'aad sneezes, hoping he will also be blessed.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I need to
Yes!
ask you-
I feel powerful.
God pretends to roll a d4.
Okay, so for my action, Taxi's going to raise his arms out and start calling all of the dust and stuff in the area and then all the dust starts swirling around and like into this tornado form, and then it takes the shape of a miniature version of the Brontosaurus as we saw, and I'm casting Dust Devil. And I'm going to put it right in front of the giant beholder coming towards us.
Dust Devil?
And it's gonna let out a muffled dust brontosaurus roar.
This sounds cool, dude.
Just like that. So it'll be 5 feet from him, in front of him.
Well, he's hovering, so
Oh.
would it be hovering as well?
It's a 5-foot cube, so it's fairly huge. It's fairly big. Wait, hold on.
I hope live clock
10-foot
kills
radius
him.
of cloud and debris is around itself.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna do a bonus action. I'm just gonna move up a little closer, next to Onder.
All right. Well, Onder's behind you
then-
now.
Oh, I'm gonna move and kind of. I'll move closer to my Dust Devil.
All right.
And I don't think I can get it to attack on my turn.
No, I think it only
It has
deals
to
damage
end.
at the end of a turn.
Yep. So he just summons this big old dust dinosaur.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
And the taxi turn up next is Hilltree.
Hilltree. He's young and nimble again. He's gonna fucking throw.
Hilltree
I don't
became
think
a
he's gonna
man,
aim.
dude. And then he turned back into
He
a
became
child.
an old man.
Now he's only 11.
Wait, that was. You know,
Throw it at
I'll
what?
take
The
that roll.
beholder?
Yeah, just add the bolt. Just generally, you know. Let's say +5, 21.
21 hits.
Okay. And that was a dagger, so. That's a 3 + 3 is 6. And you know what? Fuck it, fear the small. Plus this 4 more, so 10.
All right. He throws it, and it sticks itself in the bottom of the beholder, somewhere below the large maw-like mouth.
And that's his turn.
They just stick. The beholder doesn't take any mind to it. Doesn't act like it feels the pain, but it sticks in and seems to deal damage.
Well, I give up. Just walks away.
Well, that's it for me.
Yeah, no.
Guess
that's
I go
his turn.
fucking jerk off or something. All right. Up next is Mountain.
All right, how far is the creature?
It is going to be about 20 feet in front of you, and then 15 feet up in the air.
So what would I?
Mountain, jump 15 feet.
How would I need to get? What would I need to get there? Need a movement of like.
You can, if you use 20 feet, you'll be directly below it, and it'll be 15 feet above you. Like it's hovering in the air.
Can he lunging attack straight up?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
So my lunging attack is
You'll run for it and you'll take a leap upwards and lunge for it.
it increases my attack by 5 feet, and with this I already have a range of 5 feet, so I would only get 10 feet up plus my
Yes.
height.
Wait.
And how high can you jump?
I'm not 100% sure.
Let's find out right now. Let me do it for you. So you move 10 feet, so equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. What's your strength modifier?
Strength modifier, that's plus 5.
Hi.
5. So you can jump 8 feet up in the air with a running jump.
Okay, so that my attack should be like 18 feet.
Yeah. So you'll
That's how much
be able to hit it.
All right.
You'll be able to hit it.
Don't you also have like a pike?
I do,
or
but
like something.
but
like
I'm already
that?
holding
Because
flame
that has
tongue,
reach.
so I would need to use a bonus
Okay,
action
yeah.
to do that. All right.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna look down at my sword, look up at the thing, and then look over at Jack. Are you ready for this? That's what I like to hear. And then just run straight up to the creature and go for a lunging attack at it. It's gonna be.
All right. So you're gonna run forward. You're going to jump in the air with
Yes.
your sword. And you're gonna arc down the
Yes.
flames, hitting the body with it.
That is.
You're currently about 18 feet in the air.
Hell yeah.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
You're about 8 feet
8 feet
in the
with
air, and you
an attack
8,
range.
9, 10.
So at
about 10
8
feet up in the
feet
air.
plus 5 with the lunging attack.
Yes.
So that's shit.
So
Got up. Space.
you're high up in the air.
All right. That's gonna be
Boy can dunk.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right.
Imagine just not hitting.
Just falling.
It'll be 6 slashing,
6 slashing.
9 fire, and superiority die plus another 4.
So you move up, and as you do, the longsword makes contact, and you slash down the decayed flesh. You can feel it carving into the bone. The fire itself just tonguing and ripping across the decayed flesh, starting to burn across it as you fall and you start landing back down.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Well, no. Okay, I have a question. If I were to, let's say, throw my dog at the creature, right?
You just got
You're gonna
it.
kill
You
your
just
dog.
got this poor dog.
Okay, because when the dog attacks, the creature has to make a strength save to not go prone.
What is this?
You theoretically could do that.
You
because
would,
you're
you
gonna
would
throw the
be
dog.
That would be an
throwing your
attack of
dog out
mine.
to also dunk. That's incredible.
Would that be an attack of mine?
God.
That would be a full action to throw it. So you've already attacked, so you
So-
can't use your full
okay.
action. But next turn you definitely can.
Okay.
You
You
want
do know
100%
your
can
dog
throw
will
your
take
dog.
damage from falling back down.
A worthy cause.
It will.
Dude,
This is
fucked up.
animal abuse.
This is
You're the
wrong.
worst.
This is wrong. I would
I
never
just
do that
needed to
my
know
poor
at least. I
laptop.
needed to know. At least for future reference. I guess that'll end my turn.
Alright. You begin falling back down towards the ground below the beholder. And up next is Velrissa.
Since she's at such a distance, or it, I'll use Sacred Flame.
Alright. It's a dex save.
Yes, it is.
That's a 6.
Okay,
Finally.
there we go. All right. It's 2d8. Good. It's on the floor. Hold on. That's five damage.
5 damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah,
Solid.
dude. Pulling through.
5 damage in total.
Yes, that'll be it.
You hold your lantern up towards the creature, and as you do, you feel the purple fire begin coming from your wrist. It spirals around the lantern and uses it as a focus, and it fires out and begins to envelop around the creature, burning it in different areas. You can see the singes start to char through the decayed bone and gnar the flesh off of it.
And that'll end my turn.
Alright,
That'll end my turn.
Verissa's turn. Up next, the suit of armor begins stepping down the staircase. It makes it down the staircase to stand right in front of a mountain as you land. So you strike down, you land mountain, and as you land on your feet, you move back up to your full height and look up, and this creature swings down at you with its longsword.
Is it there? There's 2 enemies?
Yes.
Suit of
there's
armor
a-
and the beholder?
Yes.
Okay. Is he like right next to the beholder? No?
Hmm?
Is he 5? Is the plated armor dude, is he 5 feet away from the dust devil? Just wondering.
10 feet, he's not. The dust devil's gonna be up in. The dust devil has to be up in the air a bit to reach the beholder, because the beholder's 15 feet above the ground.
I don't think the Dust Devil can float.
It's a 5-foot cube somewhere in the air that you can see, so it can float.
Okay, yeah.
So 10 feet around that, it wouldn't.
Yep.
It would just barely be underneath.
Got
A 21 to hit you, Mountain.
It does hit.
You take 6
600
points. 6 points of slashing damage as the longsword comes down and just rakes across your chest, and then it's gonna go for another strike with it going upwards with the same longsword. That is going to be a 13 to hit. So that's
That
a
does
miss.
not hit. Can I use
The
my
second one?
reaction?
Yes. if you'd
Okay.
like.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Make a reaction
Uh,
attack with my long
yeah,
sword.
you're-
With my long sword.
With your repost. Yep. Go ahead.
Riposte. All right. I'm gonna strike if I can for the stalks. If that gives me disadvantage.
Wait, this is on. Wait,
This is-
Wait.
You have to riposte on the
riposte?
creature in front of you.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So you'll be
yeah,
attacking
Riposte is
this
on the
suit of
kid.
armor.
Yeah.
All right. I'm attacking. Yeah. Great. That's a 14 to hit.
14. It just clings off of the iron armor.
Alright.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
I got too into it. I forgot who was in front of me.
You're so blinded by rage.
Yes.
Understandable. But then that creature is going to be. Yes, it's going to be just standing there. It's going to end its turn right there. Doesn't seem to have any emotion or anything. It's just a suit of armor. There's nothing underneath of it. No bones. Not even undead.
I'm imagining it's
But next
raining.
up is Br'aad.
Next up is Br'aad.
It's not raining at all,
Alright.
actually.
In my head.
Here's
It's
what
very dark
Br'aad's-
outside, though. It's extremely cloudy.
Here's what Br'aad's gonna do.
Just
Br'aad's
dark
gonna,
gray clouds as far as the sky
so
can
everyone's next to me except Mountain, right?
see. Yeah?
Okay.
I'm pretty close to you enough. Close enough to they should be pretty
I'm
close.
gonna hold out my hands, and I'm gonna be like, grab on. Who
Alright,
grabs
so-
on?
Onder will
Wait.
touch the back of your back, like right where your neck is, right here.
Okay.
Right where the nape is. He's gonna put his
I
hand
hope
there.
no one actually touches my hand, so it's really weird.
I touched your hand.
Oh man. All right. Who else?
Wait, no. Wait, I was wrong. I don't touch your hand.
Oh wait, I was wrong.
Okay, so who touches Br'aad?
Who touches me?
Onder touched you.
Honor touched me. Velrissa, do you touch me?
If I was near Onder, I would have.
Huh?
Well, everyone's like
You-
in the
you-
same area.
I would say Velrissa, Sylnan, and Tax. So you guys will be close enough to reach out and grab Br'aad.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Let's
So,
lean over and touch.
That's
I
4.
don't know what you're doing, but I'm gonna trust you for this one moment.
And Hiltree also would grab on.
Oh my god, this is so
Yeah,
many,
sorry,
dude.
Hill Tree say.
How many is this?
Mhm.
Wow, this is gonna be.
That's
this
1,
is
2,
gonna be
3.
a
That's
lot.
5.
That's 5.
Wow, that's a good discordance.
Live Clock
alright,
puts
I
his
forgot
eye
about that.
stock on my shoulder. I don't know if that counts, but he tries. And I'm gonna
I'll count
use, Okay, I'm gonna use the Ring of Discordance on big ol' eye boy.
Is it a con save?
It's a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That is probably gonna fail heavily. That's a 9.
It will definitely fail because I think the DC is like around 23.
The DC is it? Whoa, yeah, because it increases with
It's
each
like
person.
15 plus person. Yeah, because usually not everyone's in the same spot. So everyone, it's gonna sound like to this poor beholder that everyone is singing and trying to harmonize at the same time. Could we just
But
get
they're
that?
failing at
Could
it.
we get that audio, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
What are we
ready?
singing?
Okay, that's enough. We're gonna kill our audience.
Okay, perfect. He's stunned for a turn.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna point to Live Clock.
He's
Be like-
stunned.
Go show him who the real weird thing with eyeballs is. What
the
are
creature,
you?
the beholder falls to the ground. What you said, it goes,
And true.
and it just falls to the ground. It lands on
Behold.
Mountain. Mountain, make a dexterity saving throw.
Whoops.
And also Jack makes a dexterity save as
Okay,
well.
that's a 4.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay, what's Jack make?
Jack's got
Natural
Jack's
20.
right.
Jack leaps out of the way. Mountain, you fall underneath the size of this beholder, and you take
Mountain looks up comically.
9 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands on top of you.
Fuck.
It doesn't fall out of the range of Dust Devil, does it?
It does.
I didn't expect it to fall, boys. All right.
Stun makes something incapacitated.
So it just forgets to. Does it take fall damage?
It took fall damage as well, yes.
Oh, cool.
It's incapacitated, meaning it's basically,
What is
it's
the
like it's unconscious.
point
It just goes.
of this spell?
So, anything else for
Bro,
Br'aad?
now I can't hit
No,
him.
nothing else for Br'aad, but he says what he says to Life Clock, and then Life Clock is gonna go get him. Show him who the real beholder is, dude. 2 and 4. Make a wisdom save and a strength save.
All right.
Bro, I put a dust dinosaur up there, and now I can't hit him because D&D Beyond limits me.
Because
That's a 9 and a 7.
oh my god. Okay, this is confusing. So can he get frightened?
Yes.
Okay, he's frightened until the start of the gazer's next turn. Also, he moves 30 feet directly backwards.
But he can't. Wait, can he?
He
It's
can't
not.
move.
It's not a fear thing. Like he picks him up and whoop.
Yeah. That he can. He can pick him. Yeah, that's telekinesis. So it would just slam him into the staircase.
Yeah,
Which is right
let's-
behind him.
Let's say it. I mean, yeah. Would it
I
make
think
sense?
it's
Would
fine
it
if
make
it
sense
doesn't
if it
move,
pushes
it's
him off
stunned.
mountain and then slams him into the staircase?
Yeah, it would lift him off mountain and slam him into the staircase. So if he's off mountain, he's just beside mountain now in the staircase.
Yeah, that's
On
what
the
it does
staircase.
then. Cool.
Yeah.
And then
Alright.
Life Clock
Yeah, and-
flies over to me and I high five his stock and he's in pain.
All right, up next is Sylnan.
Okay. Someone's gonna take advantage of the fact that it's fucking prone now and try to go for a stalk again with its rapier.
Okay, that's a roll with advantage.
On
Good
guard.
thing it's with advantage. Okay. So that is a 15.
15 just
Please tell me
hits.
it's. Oh, thank God.
And you have sneak
Okay.
attack now because you have advantage.
Oh
Wait, he's-
shit.
Because he's stunned, can he even use his movement to get up on his turn?
No,
No, not for.
stunned
one
creatures
turn.
can't move. He can attempt to break it.
He's still
7,
frightened though.
10,
He'll still be for, but I mean, he can attempt to break the stun at the beginning of his turn.
15,
You can do that.
19 damage
Mhm.
on a stock.
19 damage on the stock.
Yeah,
You slice it off, clean off.
nice. That's my turn.
All right. Up next is the Beholder. It's going to attempt to break the stun. Probably not going to because it's a DC of what, 23.
You can't break the stun though, can you?
Yeah, any stun can be attempt
I
to
thought it
break
was
him.
at the end of this turn.
Beginning for the Beholder, but it probably won't get it because it's like a 23 and it has a fucking minus, so
that
it's
was on the
impossible.
that
if it
was on
wasn't
the
that.
spell save, but okay.
Yeah, it's a fail, so don't worry. It is a fail. You do
Oh.
not have to worry. It is instead going to, since its eye stalks can still slightly move, it's going to look one over at you, Mountain, and we're gonna see what it does.
And Mountain's gonna incinerate into ash.
Dexterity saving throw.
For mountain, dexterity saving throw?
Yes, dexterity save.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah, if we did.
Hell yeah, you just managed to dodge your way out of a dark void-like black energy ray as it slams into the ground.
I like this die.
That's the one. That's the one.
Mm-mm.
And then it'll just mumble, intro, and in its turn. Up next is Onder. Onder is,
I was knocked prone, right?
yes, you were.
So I got up and moved?
No,
No, you rolled.
You rolled.
Okay.
You roll out of the way.
He's still prone, right?
He's still prone.
Until his turn. Yep.
Does anybody look injured? Who's hurt? Anybody hurt really badly?
No, it hurt really bad.
No, not
no.
me.
Okay.
I mean, I think the only one who's slightly injured is Mountain, but it's like not huge.
Yeah, it's very minor.
Onder is going to, he's going to touch himself and cast a spell, and then he's going to flank around and move to where he's about 20 feet away from the Beholder, counting the height. Well, counting the, maybe elevation from the staircase slightly. He's going to be like on the side of the stairs looking at it, but not engaging just yet. And up next will be Taxi.
Okay. I'm gonna move up, like, slowly towards the beholder, and I'm gonna kneel down. This might hurt a little bit. And then I'm gonna put the marble elephant down and command Ook to come out.
On top
So
of him?
Ook is-
Or?
Holy shit!
No,
dude.
right next to him.
Okay.
No, do it
Say-
on top of him.
It's your turn.
The elephant rises up out of the figurine right next to the staircase. Oog is here.
Does Zoo go right after me?
Yes.
Okay, that's my action.
Mm-hmm.
For my bonus action, I will move the Dust Devil down right behind the plated armor dude.
Okay.
And then I will move 30 feet backwards away from Oog and the Beholder.
All right. You move back.
All right, Oog, let him have it.
Up next then is Oog.
He's about to get fucking nooged.
Okay, I'm telling Oog
Tactical
to
oog.
stomp. So Oog is gonna stomp.
Okay. Do so
On
rolls
him.
for the attack with advantage since he is stunned.
27.
27 hits.
Oh my god.
Did I pull out enough D10s for this? I didn't.
How much damage?
I'm still rolling.
Sounds about right.
I roll one more time. Let me add this all up because I'm bad at math. Like we're just waiting in suspense here.
I have angry music in my headphones, so I'm just waiting and angry.
I'm waiting in angry. That sounds so utterly mountain of you.
58 bludgeoning damage to the Beholder.
Wait, did you get a natural 20?
No, Stomp is 3d10 plus 6.
Jesus Christ, what?
Wait, then how'd you
Wait,
get
how did
56?
you hit?
Wait,
How did
what?
you hit
How did
that?
you get 50?
Oh, I think I rolled 10d10. My bad.
Oh, that's
I
a
was like,
that's
I
a
was like,
large.
wait, what? I was like, there's
I was.
I think I mixed the
can't-
numbers up.
You can't hit that without a natural 20.
I was like, what
One
the
sec, one
fuck?
sec.
That's a
sec.
lot of fucking damage.
Guys, let's okay, 7 plus 8 plus 9. That's the actual damage. 24. Okay, and then 30 bludgeoning
Okay,
damage.
that's-
31.
As Oog stomps
Wait,
the
no, 30, yeah.
Yep.
fuck
As
out
it
of him.
stomps, you hear a loud crack as the cranium caves in, and a bit of this green, decayed-like organs ooze out of the cracks and over Oog's large fucking foot. The creature still seems alive, but not by a lot. As it lays there, it just.
Oh, that's his turn.
All right.
Oog is gonna do a
Hiltree's
roar.
next.
Up next is Hilltree.
Nice. Hiltree's gonna walk up to him, prison shake it. Just kind of walk up and be like, "Sha-sha!"
Okay.
No.
Go ahead. He has advantage.
That's a 15 exact.
That hits. And he gets sneak attack because he has
Nice.
advantage.
Oh, hell yeah. How many sneak attacks does he have? 2. 10 damage.
10 damage. As Hilltree moves forward, he actually stabs into the large eye of the creature, and it just lays there lifeless as he pulls the dagger
Oh,
back.
damn, Hilltree.
Can he
Let's go,
stab
Hiltree!
multiple times?
Go for it. He can. Well, no, he only has one attack.
Just for flavor. Like after it's dead, stabs it.
Sure,
more
he
times. Fuck it.
starts stabbing a bit more. Just
27 stabs.
all right. Up next is Mountain.
27.
All right,
It's 29.
just remind me again of what's
Oh,
around me.
fuck.
There's a dead beholder, and beside you there is an animated piece of armor with a longsword that attacked you.
Okay,
And
that's
behind
the
it,
only
the Dust
enemies around me.
Brontosaurus.
Yes, the animated armor with the longsword.
All right, I'm gonna get up, and I'm just gonna go for a strike.
Okay, go for it.
And getting up uses my bonus action, right?
It uses half your movement.
Half my movement. That's 29 natural.
That hits.
I'm gonna do. It's gonna be 6 slashing damage
Mm-hmm.
and 6 fire damage.
Okay. You slash across the armor, and you can tell it's dealing damage to the animated piece of it's more like the armor itself is moving. There's nothing underneath of it, so you imagine you just have to hit the armor to try to break whatever
Right.
sort of curse is on it. So you begin whacking across it, leaving the scathe, leaving the dents and damage, and it seems to be doing so.
All right, I'll go for another strike.
All right,
23.
23 hits.
Gonna be 8 slashing and 10 fire.
Okay. You slash once more. As soon as you slash, the entire left arm comes off the armor, and it stumbles a little bit.
Okay. And that'll end my
All right.
turn. And then
What does Jack do?
Jack's gonna just go for a bite at the leg.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. That's good.
Gonna be 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
Yeah.
As he bites, he doesn't seem to dent or make any scathes to the armor, so it just seems to have no effect.
Okay.
All right. That is in Jack's turn.
Yeah.
Okay. After that is going to be Velrissa.
Okay. How close is the animated man?
It's right
me?
next to the mountain, so it's probably about 30 feet in front of me. About 20,
Okay.
more like 20, more like 25 feet.
Then I'll use most of my movement speed to get over to it, and I'm gonna hit it with my warhammer.
Go for it.
That's an 11.
It's an 11. You just swing and you hit the armor, but it has no effect.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Chief.
Moving on.
As you hit, it just doesn't seem to do enough damage to dent or actually damage the animated object. All right.
Understandable.
Anything else for Velrissa?
No, that's gonna be it. That's gonna end our
All right.
turn.
Up next, the armor is going to swing its longsword once more at Mountain.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of bonus actions we can do.
21 to hit.
Yep.
5 points of slashing.
Would've been-
And it's going to swing around again. And it's going to aim for Velrissa this time. And that is going to be a 20, not nat.
That will hit.
Right. That is 4 points of slashing damage as it slashes across you as well. It only has one arm as well, so just swinging the sword around. The left arm is completely fallen off. After that, up next is Br'aad.
Okay. My bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on the armor. And I'm going to give
Okay.
it disadvantage on... I'm going to say Dexterity.
Dexterity? Okay.
Yeah. I want to add a little flavor to it. The armor, I want the armor to start kind of like glitching, like it's sort of out of time a little bit. Like it's speeding up and then slowing down, and like it's having a hard time kind of responding to its own movements.
As it swings, after it finishes that, as it goes back to assume a stance, it it makes very bizarre gestures. Like it reminds you of what the ghosts were doing before, the way they were contorting a little bit, the way the movements are just unnatural and fast and then slow.
And then I'm gonna
So
go up
it
to
seems to
him,
have effect.
and I'm gonna uncomfortably, like when the relationship starts to get a little serious, but you don't know how much, so touch his thigh, and and cast Shocking Grasp.
All right, is that a melee attack?
It is. It's a touch spell.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he is metal.
He is indeed made of entirely metal.
All right, I'm gonna roll this with advantage then. It's exciting.
Oh, exciting.
And I needed it because the first roll was a 1. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay, cool. So that's gonna be 17 lightning damage
17
as he
lightning
gets
damage.
bezapped. And since he can't react, I'm gonna step back, like out of his swing zone.
Well, as you grab onto his thigh very awkwardly, like a first date, the shock goes up the armor, and as it does, it shakes and begins to fall apart and just falls into nothing more than a pile of unequipped armor on the ground once
Oh.
you let go.
Okay,
And as
cool.
soon as it falls to the ground, you hear off in the distance the sounds of heavy footfall moving through the forest.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not more.
Yes, more. Bring 'em on.
Yeah, no, I'm into it. I'm bloodlusted now. Is that all you got?
Yeah, bro, let's do it.
That was nothing.
Does that end Br'aad's turn?
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay, up next will be top of the order against Sylnan.
Wait, I thought everything was.
No, the heavy football, dude.
Maybe it's just.
Maybe it's just fucking the milkman coming to fucking deliver some delicious dairy.
the milkman.
Many
Sylnan runs
milkmen.
into the forest towards the fucking
The milkman!
milk. I need strong bones.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Are we in turn order now, or can I say anything?
We're still technically in turn order because there
Okay.
are enemies.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
If you want to say, I mean, it depends on what you want to say.
Oh, I was gonna say, like,
Strong
I guess if we're in turn order, it wouldn't work that much. I wanted to get everyone like close to me so I could try and
Oh,
hide us, but
okay.
yeah, it's all right. Let's
All right, well, Sylnan, what's...
Okay, well, Sylnan's just gonna hold an action to throw a dagger if he believes the people approaching are hostile.
Okay,
Returning dagger.
all right. And up next You pull out your dagger and you get ready as everybody stands listening for the footfall. And as that happens, a rumbling happens right next to you, Mountain. And as you turn around, the beholder jolts up, and with one of its last remaining eye stalks, it points it at Velrissa. And it's going to...
I forgot it could do this! No, dude!
Velrissa, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Don't do that to me.
No, this is
I
a
have
repeat
negative
of last
dex.
time.
Don't do it!
I don't want to look.
No!
Oh!
If I look at it in a weird way, it says 20, but if I look at it the right way, it says 5. Minus 3, or 2.
Velrissa.
No, you can listen, Jared. You're the DM.
Velrissa takes 49 points of force damage.
What?
Does this reduce you to 0 HP?
Yes.
No!
Velrissa, as you're looking towards the woods, trying to see if there's any coming footfall, you hear the rumbling next to you. As you turn, it's too late. This black void-like energy shoots out of the eye stalk once more as the rumbling beholder says, "Intruder!" And as the black void fire hits you, it hits you across the chest, and you feel cold. And as you grab, everybody looks around. As you guys look towards Velrissa, she clutches her heart, and as she falls to one knee, trying to hold on to it, she turns to ash. Her limbs, her bodies fall into a pile of gray ash on the ground. Your eyes look around. They meet with Anders once more, with taxis, with the rest of the party. As you look around, you have one final word, one last breath. What do you mutter before the ash takes the rest of your body?
Oh, what the Give me a moment. I say, thank you all for being my friend.
And with that, the rest of Velrissa, the upper torso, the neck, all falls to ash. And you give out one final smile as he turns to nothing, a small pile of gray ash on the ground. Beholder then gets up out of the ground and begins to float, looking around as you just... Intruder! Intruder! Up next is Onder.
Oh.
Onder looks over. He sees the pile of ash. He begins to shake. Holding his broadsword, begins to shake in his hand, and he... Velrissa! You bastard! And he runs towards it with one final strike, and as he does, he is going to cast Flame Strike. As he jumps towards it, you see the sky above open. The gray clouds make a small circle of sunlight once more, and a fiery column of divine fire fires from the ground down towards the beholder. And as it does, it envelops the beholder's body, turn it into nothing but you see the vignette, the shadow of it underneath the radiant fire. And as it dissipates, the creature's body also turns to ash on the ground. No life, no movement this time, no coming back. It is nothing more than a pile of black soot. As Onder steps forward, heavily breathing, he... Velrissa. Damn it! And he punches the ground as hard as he can, and the entire ground around you shakes a little bit. The only daughter I ever knew. The footfall that was around you. There's none. There's no sound. It's just silent.
You can bring her back, right?
No. I wish I could. I'm not capable of that. I need a body. I need something. A finger, an arm even. Not, and he kneels down and he starts to sort of pie his hand through the ash. More than this.
There's gotta be a way. I mean, with Sylnan, we thought he was gone for sure, but
I don't know. I have no way.
I should have done something. She was right there.
And
I could have reacted. He was...
Oh my damned years! I've studied this. Why can't I do anything? I can't. I can't save her.
None of us could.
He shoves his sword into the ground and sits on his knees in front of the ash and just is silent.
Br'aad is gonna sit down. I'm gonna try something here. And it might not work at all. But, okay, you know that one scene where, like, I don't want to make it a meme, but you know that one scene where Doctor Strange sits down in Infinity War and he crosses his legs and shit? Well, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna try and, like, Obnoxious still hasn't gotten back to me on the whole heist thing, right?
Not at all.
I want to reach out to him. I want to try and see if there's any chance that I can do that.
You cross your arm. You sit next to Onder. At this point now, sitting next to him, you can see his gray straggled hair is falling across his face, but you can still see enough of the lower half to see the tears rolling down, falling down the neck even. He's silent though. He's trying his best not to make it loud. You cross your arms, put your hands in your lap, and close your eyes. Cross your legs, not your arms. You you cross everything. You think of Obnoxious. You imagine. You want to speak to him. You want to reach out to him. As you do, you open your eyes once more and you look around. You're standing at the bottom of a tower with a stairwell that's leading up against the wall, spiraling around the wall of the tower to the very top.
Okay. I can do this. He owes me, right? Maybe? I don't know. I start walking up.
Okay, you walk up the staircase. It's a long walk. To you, it feels like you've been walking for 20, 30 minutes as you walk up it. You're not sure how much time is passing in the real world. You're not sure if time even passes here. But you walk for what feels like half an hour. And once you reach the top, you see Obnoxious sitting there in a large wooden chair with red cushioned adornments. He sits there cross-legged. In front of him is just a table with a chessboard. But this time, there's only one piece on it. And the piece is a stone carving version of Velrissa sitting on the center grid.